All right, what up, LA? Happy Tuesday. He is Doug McCain. I am Bill Reiter. This is DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group. On the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. We're going to talk about Mookie Betts, a little bit of an intervention. We'll do our hero of the day. We'll give you tons of insight on the Skubal trade. The Athletic had a very impressive, insightful bit of reporting on really what went down to bring Skubal to the Dodgers, the sort of ins and outs of it. He is pitching today. We've got you covered on that. That game's in Chicago. When's first pitch? DMAC 5?
5, baby.
Let's get it. DMAC's put together a great list of the 5 biggest threats, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, counting down for the Dodgers in the NL, adjusted for all the other changes that happened out there at the trade deadline, which, as you know, came and went yesterday. And then we'll do quarterback tiers, a bunch of stuff. Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
I did. I saw it yesterday.
You did not?
Yes.
Dude, how good is it? No spoilers.
It was the 2002 version with Tobey Maguire, though.
Oh, you did the tricky okie dokie. I mean, I got so excited.
I'm going to work.
Wow.
The Green Goblin was in. He had the upside down kiss. It was such a great
upside down kiss is great.
awesome stuff, man.
I've never seen the middle. Yeah. Who's the guy that looks like Hayden Christensen but isn't because he can act, that plays Spider-Man?
It's not like Garfield, right?
Yeah, it is. Andrew Garfield.
Is it? Yeah.
So I've never seen his Spider-Man films.
So I don't want to me neither. So I don't want to jump onto the bandwagon without seeing all the ones that lead up to it. I'm kind of a completionist.
You are.
I am. So yeah, sorry, I did the okey doke on you.
Did you see how excited you really?
You got way too excited.
We started the show with sadness, with excitement that was just switched out for sadness because you got me.
Hey, at least I saw a movie and not just sports, so I feel proud of myself.
I'm always proud.
Yeah.
Of you know what? I'm also proud when people call in because it makes me feel like we're connecting. If you'd like to call us, how many calls do you think we rocked yesterday? 10?
Man, I think it was had to be double digits.
It was a lot.
The streets were talking.
They were talking to us.
They really were.
They were literally picking up the phone, dialing 855.
Baseball's hot on the streets.
97 LA fan.
Yep.
You know what? Oh, that's what I said. 855-97 LA fan. We're also on the stream at the Fan LA at the Fan LA. Remember, every single show day we have a mailbag at 5:30. Give us your thoughts, give us your takes, ask us questions. Yesterday, people took shots at you and me. We read those. Those were funny. So the stream is certainly a way to do it on YouTube at the Fan LA, at the Fan LA. But you can call in. You can give Bursch your perspective if you don't want to go on the airwaves, though we welcome you. 855-97 LA Fan, or reach out to us on all the other socials at the Fan LA. Dodgers lose again, 4 in a row, go down 10-5 to the Cubbies. We saw some of that yesterday when we were on the air. Mr. Wrobleski, dude, he has been absolutely brutal. Yesterday, 4 1/3 innings pitched. He gave up 4 home runs. His second game in a row, giving up 4 homers, 7 hits, walked 3, 7 earned runs. His second consecutive brutal outing. This guy, DMAC, has given up 16 home runs this season. 8 of them have been in the last 2 games.
Yeah, and you're seeing the lack of command, the lack of location. The Justin Wrobleski that made the All-Star team was a pitcher that was hitting his spots, that was painting corners, that was avoiding the heart of the plate. You look at the bombs he gave up yesterday, the bomb he gave to Seiya Suzuki in the first inning, that was a 4-seam fastball right out over the plate. You look at later in the game, the home run that Alcantara hit, that was a 4-seam fastball out over the plate. Then later, there was one on a sinker and a slider. Basically, he's just not controlling his stuff well. And I think, too, on top of everything else, he's been so good for so long this season that guess what? The better you are, the more scouting is done towards you. He's not a secret anymore. He's not sneaking up to anyone. So there is this cat and mouse game saying, okay, I made my move for 3/4 of the season. I've been dominant out there. The strikeouts have been up, and then all of a sudden, he's given up home runs. I think, too, maybe there might be a little bit of pitch tipping. I think that's something you got to look into.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I think they're going to try to address that and correct that if there's anything. But really, it's just an overall lack of command, and he's not a guy that if he misses can benefit from some lack of control on the margins. He needs to be hitting his spots, and he's just not doing it. I think, too, last point on Justin Wrobleski, they just got Tarek Skubal. You've got Tyler Glass now set for rehab. Blake Snell's on his way back. Roki Sasaki is pitching better. His stuff has been ticking up. Yes, they did option Emmett Sheehan, but I think that he's starting to think about what his role could be when everyone's healthy.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Let me ask you a question I never anticipated was possible, but you did. Credit where it's due. Dodgers expert extraordinaire, Doug DMAC McCain. Every time I praise Eric Lauer, I'm going to acknowledge that I opened the conversation between me and Mr. Lauer saying that he sucks.
I
own that. I'm wrong. You can come at me.
No, it's okay. I mean,
you
look,
you breathed in. Here we go.
I'll give you a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because the nickname for the Dodgers back in the day, they used to call the Dodgers when it was the Boys of Summer in Brooklyn. They would call them dem bums.
Yeah,
and you called him a bum.
I did call him a bum.
You said B,
not
the
Dodgers.
Not the Dodgers. You called Eric Lauer a bum.
I used to do a show and used to have a Substack. Well, I still have, but whatever. Where I would have a bum of the week. You know, a little bum of the week.
Yeah.
And so I like the word bum. Here's my question. I never anticipated. And this won't be an issue when we get to baseball that is significantly important for the Dodgers and Dodgers fans, as you know, DMAC. But if you had to do a starting pitching Dodgers power rankings today, are you comfortably putting Eric Lauer over Robo? Feels like it.
Right now, I think I would be,
crazy.
just because I think that he profiles more as a starting pitcher, whereas I think Justin Robleski, if you did throw him into the bullpen, he's someone that can pump 100 miles per hour. Like, he really can get up there velocity-wise.
Okay.
And as long as he has fastball command, he has the control of his slider. I think that Robleski profiles as someone that has more upside as a swingman, a bullpen piece, whereas Eric Lauer, he's mentioned it several times. He feels most comfortable as a starting pitcher. That's the role that he prefers. So if I had to pick between the two right now, hey, give me Eric Lauer, man. Eric Lauer's that dude. How could you say anything else? They're undefeated when he pitches. He's the Dodgers' good luck charm this year.
Speaking of excellence, do you know how I know I'm going to win a Radio Macaroni Award, the highest prestige in radio? Because you were just doing a great Dodgers sort of breakdown, and I went, okay. There's a really great addition by me. Glad I could get in there with those. Okay, what am I doing?
Okay. You're ad-libbing. It's like you're ad-libbing in there. I love it.
Thank you. That's real.
Think of that acceptance speech. What does the macaroni trophy even look like?
It's a giant macaroni.
Really?
Yeah, but don't cook it.
Wow.
Then you lose it.
What do you get if you win?
If you win the macaroni?
Do you get free dinner at the Macaroni Grill?
I've never won before. Or
never
been invited.
Hey, that's
or anyone who's won the macaroni even make eye contact with me.
Hey,
I don't know.
You deserve one, man.
Thank you.
You'll be like Leo DiCaprio.
Okay. See what I did there?
Okay.
I will not do that again. That was not awesome. On the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. You know what is awesome and should win an award? And I don't know that we've had this conversation. You're going to be shocked. I love hatred in sports. I love it when basketball players don't like each other. I like it when baseball players throw at each other. I like the passion and the anger and the frustration. I like booing. I like when people get booed. I'm here for it. And so I was kind of down for Kyle Tucker versus Cubs fans, even though we need Tucker and want Tucker to play well and perform well. And the thing is, he got booed. He also played well. He's 2 for 3. I think he drew a walk. I don't know if it's because the booing brings something out of him. I think there are some people, I'm one of them, you are too, who I think thrive on a little bit of confrontation, or it's just the fact he was away from Dodger Stadium and therefore remembered how to play baseball. But he did get booed because he was a Cub last year for a single year, and Kyle Tucker did talk after the loss yesterday about that response from Cubs fans.
I don't know. I mean, I tried my hardest last year. Tried playing through a hand fracture and calf thing, and just trying to get back to the playoffs for them, and trying to do what I could to help out the team last year with them. So I hit really well in the first half, and second half didn't go as great, and kind of didn't end up great at the end of the year, but had a good run.
Charismatic, he's not necessarily, right? Just as a description.
Hey, I mean,
not everybody is.
Look, he's not Kike Hernandez. I don't think he's going to go on to be the host of the Tonight Show one of these days.
Or DMAC and Reiter. He's no Doug McCain.
I don't think we're going to see a DMAC, Reiter, and Tucker anytime soon, right? I don't think that is the case.
This is his chair right here. It's the empty one.
Oh wow, that's the we're never gonna forget that one. I'm guessing at this point.
So
but look, here's the thing about Kyle Tucker and what concerns me is you mentioned he did get a couple hits yesterday. There was one that was unfortunate, goes off the IV, and they throw him out at second base. But base running blunders have been there.
That's true.
He's supposed to be a good base runner. He's someone that
he's supposed to be a good baseball player.
That in general, right? But he's supposed to be a really good base runner. We were talking about a 30-30 season potentially. Now we're getting like a 10-10 season, okay? That's not something you celebrate and you give $60 million a year to. But the concern I have with Kyle Tucker is not only has he been painfully average, which is about as bad as you can get for someone that's getting that kind of coin, but I think that you're starting to see the lack of offensive production, the disappointing season at the plate bleed into other areas of his game. You look at his performance in right field, he's been a below average outfielder. You look at the base running, he's been below average. Offensively, he's struggled all season long. And if you're Kyle Tucker, you just made that big trade for Tarek Skubal, and this roster is supposed to be this superstar roster. Well, guess what? He's going to need to step up because this roster is looking a little on the older side. The offense hasn't been there. And I actually have an idea of something that I want to see to potentially light a fire under Kyle Tucker. And that is...
I'm ready for it.
Your
eyes just lit up.
I've been thinking about this. I know it sounds a little crazy,
Tell us
right?
here on DMAC and Reiter.
But the Dodgers' top prospect, Josue DePaula, is in Double-A. We're waiting for him to graduate to Triple-A. He is as gifted as a hitter as you see at the minor league level. What if you brought up Josue DePaula at some point and it lights a little fire under Kyle Tucker? Maybe lights a fire under Teoscar Hernandez, who's been in left field. This is a team that looks like they're on the older side offensively. Yes, you're going to need a spark from Tarek Skubal, but this offense has been down for a long stretch. And if I'm Andrew Friedman, I'm thinking to myself, hey, Josue DePaula, if you could get him 3 starts a week and just go for it, this offense, 7 of the 9 guys really are having below average years. I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility. I think it'll probably happen at some point in September. I just want to get ahead of it just so when I'm ready for my victory lap, I can point out the fact that you heard it first here on DMAC and Reiter.
When you're ready for you were born ready for every victory lap, real and imagined.
I mean, is that crazy? I like crazy ideas.
No, I love it.
And
a little infusion of youth, ambition, right? Push a little bit. The film with Kevin Costner, For Love of the Game, is terrible. Do you know this? I didn't know this until years later. They basically changed the director's cut to make it into a love story, not a baseball film. But there is a great little thing where the dude from Ally McBeal who loses his hair, poor guy, where he's the rookie who doesn't know any better, and that's the big sort of narrative device. Bringing up a rookie who doesn't know any better, a little enthusiasm, a little ambition, push the older guys. I like it. Can I read you something interesting from the best source of Dodgers information on planet Earth?
Let's hit it.
It's from X, DMAC_LA. Have you heard of that account?
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
It's yours.
Follow.
If I do follow.
Okay, awesome.
I have an alert.
Notifications,
Stuff
baby.
goes off a lot at 9 in the morning. Dodgers having down years on wins,
weighted runs created plus. Yep.
Mookie Betts way down. We're going to hit that in the next segment. Kyle Tucker way down. Teoscar Hernandez way down. Will Smith is injured, but still down. Ohtani, you put down. It's 1. So I'm just going to do that as a scratch. But there's a lot of these guys. I mean, it's as good as the Dodgers are playing, and as much as I know, and you also tweeted about the bullpen, which maybe we can get to, and that wasn't entirely the issue yesterday, but still not a great bullpen outing from one person in particular. There are some Dodgers offensively, as you noted with the age, who are underperforming a little bit, and Dalton Rushing is up, but largely speaking, Andy Paz is up, but he's not as far up as he was a month ago. I'm not saying huge levels of concern. The Dodgers, as you noted, are huge favorites to be World Series champions. But there is some offensive production that hasn't emerged that maybe we would have thought would have been here at this point of the season.
It's a concern for me. It truly is. I mean, last year in the World Series, the Dodgers hit .203. That was the lowest batting average for any team to go on to win the World Series since the 1966 Baltimore Orioles.
That's a great stat.
It's wild because they had to lean on all that starting pitching. Yamamoto's heroics in Game 7. Even throughout that series, you had a lot of big moments from that starting staff. And as you point out from that tweet, from whoever that was,
it was a great tweet.
Seems like he knows ball. I don't know, but
he wears Padres.
Does he wear Padres socks?
No.
By the way, that was a crazy thing.
Should we tell that story?
We could.
Basically, Doug wore Padres socks and he got exposed. Just kidding. Our boss took a photo of your socks and
I'm
used
wearing
AI.
Dodgers socks and Dodgers colored Nike Air Force Ones. Bill rocks
I have a
these
favor
too, by
to
the
ask
way.
you, and so does my nose.
Yeah.
Put your shoes back on.
Okay.
It's all good, though. It's all good.
Our boss here photoshopped me, AI'd me in Padres gear.
It was very good. It was realistic.
Yeah.
I actually had to look at your... So I looked at your... I've been duped twice today. Once about Spider-Man. When I saw the tweet, I thought it was real. I'm like, why is he wearing Padres socks? And does he know what I'm going to do to him on the air?
Yeah.
The AI is that good now,
I got demoted from the fan to UPS, okay? The Padres with those UPS colors, but they're not UPS because they never deliver, okay? But I will say this about the offense.
You set yourself up for your own joke, and I liked it.
I'm sorry.
No, I liked it.
I will say this, Bill, that for as dominant as the starting pitching has been, this is a Dodgers team that they had to fight and claw to win Game 7. They had to fight and claw to win the NLDS. It's tough to imagine them making it through another World Series run if the offense is bad and those trends stay the same. They are going to need Kyle Tucker to step up, Mookie Betts to start looking like the Mookie Betts we've seen of old, which we're going to get into. Freddie Freeman.
I don't think that's coming back. I won't do the same
around. Yeah,
segment.
well, you got some thoughts on that. I think we'll have a differing opinion there.
Shocker.
And then we got Shohei Ohtani, though. I will say this, and I feel like you think that I got great joy out of saying that Shohei has been basically down offensively, but he really has been down. Because you make
When
you're
did I say you had great joy?
because you try to paint the picture that I'm like an Ohtani hater, even though he's my favorite person that's ever existed.
You paint your own pictures, pal.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But
You're the Rembrandt of pretending like Ohtani.
hey, I'm going to Picasso Museum in Spain. But I will say,
I've been there.
Yeah, is it awesome?
I mean, I like it, but I like Ohtani, so we'll see if our tastes diverge.
You think I'm trying to take the brush out of Picasso's hand when I say that he should stick to one thing or pitch less, but the thing about Ohtani the bat, though, is the version that he's been with the Dodgers in the first 2 seasons compared to now is a little down. So, look, guys need to step up offensively. The pitching hasn't been great. The runs they've been getting on base. Yesterday, it looked like they were going to get off to a good start because Tommy Edman hit that big 3-run shot early. Teoscar Hernandez hit one out of the stadium, a 443-foot solo home run. But it is the dog days. And the Dodgers have lost 4 straight games, and it feels like once a year there's this weird 2-week stretch where the Dodgers are playing like the Rockies. But, hey, now they're just a game and a half above the Braves for the second-best record in the National League.
DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. He is Doug McCain. That account that I was quoting and referencing is his, DMAC_LA. I'm on there too, Sports Writer, Sports Reiter, at the Fan LA, at the Fan LA. You can call us 855-97-LA Fan. It's been a long time since you just clicked into the microphone. Do you want to do it? I miss it. Remember? Oh yeah, that used to be a
That's it.
sign
I'll
of
retire it. Those are the days.
So you were talking about the offensive production being a real worry for you, and as you like to say, I'll quote you to you. It's always a fun thing to do. You like to bring facts to your fights, or at least some of the times you do. And so did there a little trick. You noted the lack of production last year for a World Series champion. One of the conversations, interestingly, over the last 24 hours among Dodgers fans, social media, and some of the spots out there that do Dodgers coverage, like websites and stuff, is DMAC is that there wasn't enough pitching acquired at the deadline. That I don't get it. Pitching is the bullpen's kind of worrisome, but there's more than enough pitching on this team.
100%. I mean, you already made some pretty big moves to the bullpen, too. Getting Seth Halverson. If you're a Dodgers fan that doesn't know the name Seth Halverson yet, get familiar. This guy is pumping down at the minor league level. They're prepping him, I think, to be someone that potentially has a role for this team. He's hitting 102. So he's a guy that I think could be actually
102.
I talked to a Dodgers scout a couple days ago too. I mentioned that like 50 times on the show already, but he was telling me that he thinks that Seth Halverson is going to be this year's Will Klein, a guy that's just going to have that moment.
Hell yeah.
That's going to step up in the postseason because the velocity is there, and that's what the Dodgers look for in the postseason. They love flamethrowers. They love guys with gas. Halverson has that. You also bring in a Chris Bubich, who has been really good at times in his career. They're going to probably get him back maybe around late August. You're going to probably get Brock Stewart back at some point. I think that the biggest additions to the bullpen are going to be the guys that don't make the cut for the starting rotation. Guys like Roki Sasaki, Justin Robleski. I think mechanically they'll address some things with Emmett Sheehan to have a potential role for this team. So look, the Dodgers, they have all the ingredients. They just need to go out there and finish the season strong and get healthy when October rolls around.
Something that would be a fun exercise, and we'll do this in an hour, is just go through our Game 7. So our rankings of Dodgers pitchers if we had to throw guys out for a final World Series NLCS Game 7. You noted Roki, and you're right. If Snell is back and healthy and firing on all cylinders, if Glasnow is back, hopefully, if Ohtani is pitching at the level that we expect, with Skubal, with Yoshi, it's crazy to think that there isn't room for Roki based on how well he has pitched the last month and how well he pitched last year in October. It's not as if you could look at Roki Sasaki and say, yeah, huge upside and pitching well now, but we don't know if he can do it when it comes. We obviously know that he can handle the limelight. Their depth, at least at a starting pitching level, is crazy. And I made this statement yesterday. I don't know if it got aggregated, but people got mad at me, that maybe it's the best starting rotation in history. Obviously, in a modern era, the only other comp that I can think of is the Braves. But they had 3 guys that were basically Hall of Famers. They had what order would you go? I guess it would be Maddox, Glavine, and then Schmaltz, probably in that order. Before Schmaltz was injured and went.
Yeah, Glavine was so good in the postseason for sure.
Who's the
but
Avery
Maddox
guy?
was that guy.
They had an Avery guy. I always want to call him Avery Johnson because Avery. And I had buddies.
That's right.
It's a big lefty.
Yeah,
It's not Scott Avery, but like that. This Dodgers team. Yes or no? Just like longevity allowing. Yoshi's a Hall of Fame pitcher.
I would say
Yes.
so.
Skubal's a Hall of Fame pitcher.
On trajectory.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying like if
Talent-wise,
if-
for sure.
if it continues, yeah, if he pitches at this level for however many more years. Snell,
Gonna say no.
really?
Just because I just don't think he's gonna have the WAR to do it. I mean, he's a multi-time Cy Young Award winner, but if you look at his overall WAR and innings pitched, he's only pitched over 80 innings twice in his
so
career.
if we did a segment called Buy or Sell, you would Snell that.
I did. I remember saying a couple years ago when Snell signed with the Dodgers that he was essentially choosing World Series titles over a Hall of Fame career.
I think that multi-time award-winning Cy Young pitcher, you're in.
No, I disagree. That
You
just
totally
not-
disagree.
I disagree just because, I mean, if that was the case, someone like Oral Hershiser, who has significantly more WAR than Blake Snell, has had a better
it's
postseason
insane.
run,
That's
and he
stupid.
was never in. So
There's a conversation sometimes about LeBron, how he'd be a Hall of Famer if you just broke his career up like in 4 or 5 year chunks. Is Ohtani a Hall of Famer as a pitcher and a hitter?
no,
Is he a Hall of Famer as a hitter?
he's getting there.
I think here's what I would say: if he was focusing on one the way that you want, I think he would probably be even
Well, I
more
think
impressive.
if you looked at
You don't think Ohtani's a Hall of Famer?
he's got work to do. I mean, of course, if his career ended today, that means something abruptly would happen, so he would get in the same way that Sandy Koufax got into the Hall
Steve
of Fame.
Avery.
Yeah, Steve Avery. There you go.
Thank you, Easy.
Yeah, when he got in there,
blank
when
on
he did. But on Roki Sasaki, it's pretty interesting because he was talking to the Japanese media a couple days ago, and he kind of tipped off where the Dodgers are going to go with him because he essentially all but said to the Japanese media that he was comfortable coming out of the bullpen, that he was essentially looking forward to it because he had success and he thrived in that role last year. So that kind of tells you that there has been a plan in place with him that, hey, we're going to give you that experience, the
Right.
currency,
That developmental
experience. We're going to give you 6 or 7 innings per start once a week. And then at the end of the season, if everything goes right, we're going to hear Baila la Rocky. That's his warm-up song, which the crowd loves.
Do you have any? I'm so jealous you can roll your R's. I've been trying
Baila la Rocky.
Don't do it. It actually makes me angry here on the new 97.1.
Try
The
it.
Fan, the voice
Come
of
on,
LA
Bill.
Sports. You have
Bill.
no,
Bill.
You have
Bill.
no. I actually. So I looked this up. It's not a genetic. Right. It's a anyone can do it. You just have to teach your tongue to basically make the movement. When I came back from Barcelona the first time, and I was really working on my Spanish speaking skills, I tried for 4 months every night as I went to sleep to roll my R. I can't do it. Me rolling my R's is kind of like Mookie Betts hitting. You think it's going to work out, but so far at least it hasn't. We need to talk about Mookie. We will do that, pandering or otherwise, next on DMAC and Reiter. All right, welcome back into that very show. What up? Doug McCain, Bill Reiter, about to keep it very real on Mookie Betts. On DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Mr. Doug McCain, my friend, my colleague, my buddy. When you and I first met, we started doing practice shows back in March, April, May. The months are hard for me. In April and May. And we were worried about Mookie Betts. When we went on the air for the first time on May 19th, does that sound right?
Yeah.
We had conversations about Mookie Betts and his production. And at every stage, we walked through how it wasn't going well. And at every stage, we talked about how last year wasn't as good of a season. And at every stage, you and I, this is going back to May, dude, and June and July, held out hope that he would figure it out. Last night, he was 0 for 4. Over his last 10, the guy's hitting a .184. And he has been listless entirely offensively. He's hitting .226 this year. His on-base percentage is .283. His OPS is .677. He has been awful. His weighted runs created plus, which I know is a stat that you really, really like, was down. So over the course, Dodgers fans, of his Dodgers tenure until last year, it ranged between 131 to 147. It was very, very, very good. 104 last year, as Doug will point out, what is that, 4% above league average. 84 this year. Dude, I'm not rooting for it. I don't want it to be the case, but as we just played on the rejoin, our job here and our goal is to be honest. We're past Mookie might be washed, and we're to Mookie is probably washed offensively. It's been a long time since he's been good.
It's been a while. It's been a long time. I mean, since the start of the 2024 season, he's been a below-average offensive player. He's someone that, throughout the course of his career, has been an all-star bat, an MVP-level bat, essentially for 80% of his career. The last 2 years, though, it's been a big struggle for Mookie. He's dealt with several injuries that have set him back. Also, he started to play shortstop. And this is where it gets interesting.
I know you're going to
on my end.
Before you do the required pull the shortstop sword from the stone to defend your guy, can I let you listen to Dave Roberts talking about Mookie's struggles right now?
Let's hear it.
All right.
It's a tough one to kind of pin down, you know. I talked to the hitting guys. I talked to Mookie, and he feels good. And, you know, there's some better at-bat quality in there, seeing pitches, not chasing. The components, underlying stuff is good. You know, there's some hard contact, but then, you know, he'll go a couple of games where, you know, there's weak fly balls and then soft grounders. And then mixed in with some hard lineouts and things like that. So, we're going to keep running him out there, and you know, hopefully it turns. But I feel really good with Mookie in the sense of where he's at mentally and physically.
I mean, he can feel fine mentally, but he's not swinging the bat well physically, dude. Are you going to do the shortstop thing now?
Well, we can stay with the offense if you want.
No,
so,
I'm down for whatever excuse.
It's not an excuse. It is an excuse. This is what Dave Roberts was saying, and it's not great. It's not elite. But what Dave is saying when he mentions right there, the underlying numbers still show some promise. What he's referring to is, for example, his expected batting average, 268. That's in the 76th percentile.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm going to try to interrupt. If your argument is the good news is that Mookie Betts' expected batting average is 268.
In today's, that might as well be 300.
We have a problem, dude.
So I'll give you the argument.
Okay,
I'll tell you exactly why.
So you don't think he's washed? You think he's fine? You think he's playing great?
Oh, I think his bat is in trouble.
Okay.
I really do. I think his bat is in trouble. And I hate to say this. I'm going to say this, though. Is the guy who essentially taught him that position, the shortstop position, and how to play it at the big league level is friend of the show, Miguel Rojas. Miguel Rojas has taught him all the tricks of the trade. He's helped him evolve into a good big league shortstop, but unfortunately, great teammate.
That's a great teammate move.
But unfortunately, Mookie Betts has turned in to Miguel Rojas. And what I mean by that is an elite defensive shortstop that can't hit at above league level consistently on an everyday basis. And you can look at it a couple different ways. You can look at that and say, well, hey, shortstop outside of catcher is the most premium defensive position on the diamond. The Dodgers really don't have options for someone to play that position on an everyday level that you could trust. And Mookie Betts is 7 outs above average, which tells you he's in the 94th percentile when it comes to defensive shortstops. That's elite. That's great. So what Mookie Betts has done, he's evolved. He's reinvented himself, and he still provides value, but in a different way.
I was going to give you a cheers for one thing. I'm going to give it to you for something else now. I was going to give you a cheers for the vicious candor, the awesomeness, the oh my God, you said it, that he has become Miggy Rojas. That is a great line. But then you did the thing that you do, where you basically got the cut, the clip, where you'd be like, I was on the Mookie Betts isn't very good thing. And then you went to, he's evolved. He was a caterpillar that Reiter didn't understand could become a butterfly. You had your cake and ate it too in that exact same. You said, here, so I'm just going to say this to you on your, he's evolved as a shortstop. His WAR is 1.5. His wins against replacement. His defensive excellence is heavily weighted in that excellent statistic. This year, he is not even in the top 15 of WAR for shortstops who start Major League Baseball. I stopped there because it made me sad. He's not even Dansby Swanson or J.P. Crawford when you combine his offense and his defense. So I hear you, and I'm not trying to take shots, and I really like the Miggy Rojas. That is one of the You said a lot of smart, amazing things on this show where I kind of sit up a little straighter. And I'm like, I love doing the show with this guy. That's like top 5. And that's an amazing line. That's an amazing insight. The defense isn't good enough. Elite or not, his offense is so bad that even at an elite level defensively, I believe you, he is still barely a net positive player.
So that there's no denying that. And here's the thing. Like for Mookie Betts, let's say that this was the first or second or third year in that 12-year, $365 million contract, and he was putting up these numbers, it would be, this is a 5-alarm fire. This guy's a bust. This guy, something happened to him. The Space Jam monsters came down and took his powers away. But the fact is that Mookie has 6 years left on that contract. They're thinking around $155 million. And I think right now for the Dodgers, what have I said through parts of this season? I think when it comes to the big prospects, those Jose Palas, those massive superstar prospects, the Mike Sorotas of the world, I would keep those for a trade for a shortstop in the offseason, whether it be a Bobby Witt Jr. if he became available, or C.J. Abrams, and Ellie De La Cruz. My point I'm making here.
Mookie at that point?
So my point I'm making here is that I do think big picture, Bill, you're onto something as far as the Dodgers have an issue at the shortstop spot where if Mookie's there and he's playing above average defense, is that bleeding into his offense? And I'll tell you a story because
do they also have a Mookie Betts problem? That contract goes till 32?
But he has 6 years left, $155 million. But based on WAR, he's already paid for that contract with the years that he's had. I mean, you look at someone like that's a great.
No, you're right. You're right. And you've made this point correctly, I think, here on DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, about certain contracts and certain guys that even if it doesn't work out, the 2 World Series have made it worthwhile. But Mookie, as you have told us, is a leader in that clubhouse. He is one of the most important Dodgers in the history of this particular era, especially for like building what it became. He's very close with Dave Roberts. How does Dave manage? I'm with you, but if you make the conclusion he's washed, if you make the conclusion you have to do something different at shortstop and you pull that off, if you make the conclusion that it doesn't matter that you have $165 million left between now and 32 because the money's already paid for itself, paid for what you needed, what do you do with him and how do you manage him in that clubhouse?
So I think that for Mookie, moving forward, you really have to have a long conversation about is playing shortstop something where it bleeds into the offense? Because Miguel Rojas has told me this numerous times that when you play shortstop every day, the physicality of that position, just the wear and tear, it does kind of impact you at the plate in a negative light.
The bandwidth of...
Just the bandwidth, you're out there, just a concentration level. I will say this, though, Bill. I did ask Mookie Betts face-to-face in the scrum this question because everyone was afraid to ask him that question all year last year, and I was the first person to ask Mookie Betts this, and he stared daggers into my soul, and essentially he did this thing where he kind of like I don't know, spit a sunflower seed out, kind of almost in my direction. Point is, he was pissed that I asked that question. And one thing he told me
We've seen that this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've seen it this year, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that he told me when I asked him that question, hey, Mookie, is playing shortstop leading to your decline offensively? And he told me that he was hitting at an MVP level before the injuries and before the weight loss. So Mookie has cited some of the injuries and the weight loss, but the bottom line is he's not producing.
I understand his excuses, but at a certain point, do you think he's capable of being
I think what they need,
a super sub for 4 years?
I think what they need to do is consider moving him to second base and then see if the bat improves and then find a more permanent long-term shortstop.
Man,
but here's
that's
the
a
thing,
big
though.
if, dude.
But we got to go, I think, right? But
Finish though. Burst wants to go, but
I just think
Burst doesn't
Mookie
tell you
didn't
what
get
to-
worse.
no, he's trying to, yeah.
It just we changed the way we've measured him because he provides premium defense at a premium position, so he's still providing value. But big picture, I do think they need to look for their shortstop of the future.
I will close on this. One of the difficult things about a person like Mookie Betts is when someone that is beloved has earned that love with excellence and with graciousness and with leadership and with setting a culture. It is hard to come in a sport like baseball where you have to be cutthroat to the cutthroat but clear conclusion. He's not good enough anymore. And I think we've gotten to the place where the player that you love for the reasons that he deserves to be loved can no longer be that player. And that requires really difficult decisions. It's DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We can keep this conversation going. A bunch of you have comments in the chat. So by the way, I'm pulling some of those, and so is DMAC, and so are Bursch, and so is Sammy. And we'll get those in the mailbag for later. If we don't read it on the air, we'll circle back to a lot of this later. So keep dropping those. Slam that like button, and we'll do the hero of the day. I've got a Mookie Betts-centric one next here on DMAC and Reiter. I'm Bill Reiter, and he is Doug McCain, a huge fan of the show. I love that about you. You are a huge fan of the show.
It's my favorite show, easily.
You listen to it when you go home.
There's this, and I binge old episodes of Reiter Than You.
Because that's a great show, too.
Yeah, it's a classic. I watch Old Sopranos or The
Classic.
Simpsons.
I like that definition.
Great show.
DMAC and what? I thought we were doing the thing with the joke.
Man, I hate when you break me like that. I feel like an SNL character, right? It's kind of laughing through it.
Dude, I'm Blake. Who's the SNL player? Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
You might be Pete Davidson. Crazy, charismatic, funny, but just like
This is crazy stuff, dude.
DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA. What are you writing down? DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA. Oh. DMAC and Reiter, still presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1. The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. One of the things I think you and I have in common is I think we're observant and we learn as we go, and so I'm going to learn this move from you. Having just criticized Mookie Betts and properly said that he's almost certainly washed and they're going to have difficult conversations with him in the months and years ahead, I will nominate him for the DMAC and Reiter Hero of the Day because I do respect the holy hell out of the fact that whatever position they've needed him to play, including the most difficult in baseball, along maybe with catcher, but the most difficult in baseball at shortstop, he did that. And if we are seeing a little bit of an earlier deterioration, I do think he is probably washed. And by the way, before he or anyone else gets mad, everyone gets washed and everything on earth. Time comes for everybody. If you play professional sports, it happens much more quickly. It just does. And the adulation, the love, and the respect that you have because you're rich and you're famous, and in this case, Mookie Betts, that you've earned because of what you've done for LA, doesn't change Father Time's sort of relentless pursuit. So it's not, just is what it is. But I'm going to nominate him in the DMAC style.
Fine. God forbid someone try to reinvent themselves, Bill. Okay, Mookie Betts has reinvented himself. You know how rare it is. He's gone from a right fielder to a
that's what I just
shortstop.
said. You're you're quoting me to myself as a criticism?
I am, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, the first segment, you were like, offense, bat, the bat.
I just explained. Do you listen sometimes?
I do. I listen. I can write down everything you just said.
I know sometimes you're like, what am I going to say next? Just let me explain to you again. He's washed. He's not very good anymore. Father Time got him, but I respect the fact that maybe Father Time caught him a little early because he played shortstop. Nominated for Hero of the Day. Did you get it that time?
I think it's right on schedule.
You got it?
Okay. I'm going to
Why
go.
are you yelling? Just kidding. You're not.
Just saying. I feel like you came around pretty quick.
It's a one-time joke.
Okay, so no, it's not. What are you referring to there?
I can't remember.
I'm going to go with Tarek Skubal, making his first start for the Dodgers. This is not
a pander off, baby. No, I'm doing it too. It's a pander off.
Well, it's not even that. Just the thing about Tarek Skubal that I think is just so exciting is just the fact that he's embraced already being a Dodger and his road to being a multi-time Cy Young Award pitcher. This is a guy who was born with a club foot, had to have surgery, only got one offer. Seattle University, goes there, was a late round pick, and now he's a multi-time Cy Young Award winner pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, give me my Skubal snacks, man. Tarek Skubal pitching for the Dodgers today. Absolutely electric at Wrigley Field. And he's got to do what an ace does, right? That's be a stopper. That's end this 4-game losing streak. So Tarek Skubal, welcome to the Dodgers, Hero of the Day.
It is DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA sports, and coming off and continuing our conversation about whether or not Mookie Betts is cooked. We're having a pander off. It's a new pander off. I'll nominate the Los Angeles Dodgers. Just kidding. You know why? Because they would win. Because it'd be in the poll and be like, oh, I like the Dodgers. They're a hero. I'm going to nominate Peter Parker. I'm going to nominate a fictional character. Not the one you saw yesterday. Not the
Tobey Maguire,
Tobey Maguire, Wonder Boys era. He was a good actor. He's a good actor. He is a good actor. I'm going to nominate the current version of Peter Parker. I can't say why. I don't want to do any spoilers. Burch hasn't seen it. Hell yeah. I like how. Do you like how Burch always says hell yeah when he's excited?
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's how you say it.
I love that, though. I told you, I'm going to catch up. I mean, tonight I'm going to watch the next one by this weekend.
Peter Parker.
I'll probably end up seeing the new Spider-Man on Disney Plus 5 years from now.
Have we had a fictional character yet nominated for Hero of the Day?
That might be a first.
Is that the first one?
I think that is the first.
Someone's a whole new thing, because now you're going to just...
Now it's going to get crazy.
It is going to get out there.
You did criticize how many times I used Superman, so...
I never criticized that.
Yeah, you did.
I praised it. Don't see those words as kryptonite. They weren't.
Yeah, I'm back in the fortress of
green.
Solitude because of you. Okay, I'm going to do a double one. Is that cool? I'm going to do a double one.
Of course, everything you do is cool,
Oh, really?
Superman.
No, you're going to call this out. Lincoln Riley and Marcus Freeman. The USC Notre Dame rivalry is back. We're going to talk about it later on the show. This is great for college football. Go Irish, fight on. Of course, as a Bruin, I hate to say that, but that is one of the great rivalries in all of college football. It is a rivalry of tradition. Marcus Freeman, he's got that hairline drawn on. You got Lincoln Riley. He's someone that probably is going to be his last year at USC because I think they're going to miss the CFP. But, yeah, glad to see that rivalry back.
Is that you don't like it when I criticize your
I do. I think it's funny.
I was going to workshop with you.
Okay.
Is that I don't know. Is that the right duo to celebrate the return of the rivalry? You don't want to just do the schools?
It's deeper than that, but I just feel like both of these coaches, they're the figureheads, they're the faces of their program, so I just decided to go with them. You feel like you're nitpicking there.
You're my guy.
I mean, come on.
You said you wanted to workshop.
Do you want to name the athletic directors or something?
I was thinking
the
about
mascots? You want to do Tommy Trojan?
I mean, I thought we could talk through it a little
And the
bit.
Irish guy?
Thought part of the process, you know? We're
Do we
going
do
back.
Rudy Rudiger?
Going back. I know you did tell me the other day the show's called DMAC and be quiet. So I'm trying to get back on,
It's a nice ring to it.
Am I allowed? I know.
No.
Am I allowed
I
to
hate
talk
that.
today? It's a Tuesday. Checks notes. DMAC permission. Yes, I got the click. I had one. I forgot it because I laughed at my own joke so hard. I laughed it right out of. Oh, I'm going to nominate Cam Carr. The first round pick for the Lakers doesn't get to go to Slovenia with Luka Doncic, which is such a bummer because he has rookie duties. So, I mean, I guess is doing your job heroic? I think it is sometimes when the sacrifice is real. So that poor dude doesn't get to go and hang out with all of his guys. I'm hoping, we'll talk about this later, that Adam Silver will pull a DMAC and sort of like, do the right thing, right? Which you always do. So we'll see. But right now, Cam Carr is the one Laker who can't go all expenses paid to Luka Doncic's home country this summer.
I love that one. Okay, I'm going to go with A.J. Preller because A.J. Preller, the general manager of the San Diego Padres, love this dude, the way he goes about it, because he's not going to go down without a fight. He's not going to go down without trying to improve his roster. You see him in the press box wearing shorts and board shorts. He's just a different cat, right? And he's not afraid of the big bad Dodgers, even though the Padres will end up losing. He went out there, got Robbie Ray and Casey Mize, Gage Workman. That we got the Brewers and the Rays scared, not making enough moves or being aggressive enough. And he's keeping it interesting. I'll give AJ Preller his credit.
What is your angle?
My angle is, my angle is.
What's your angle here?
Is that I think the Padres and the Dodgers, they're going to have some more history this year.
What's your real angle?
That's my angle.
What are you up to?
We'll get back to it later in the show.
You've got to. I know you. I see your wheels turning. You're setting some kind of trap or some kind of
No, I genuinely think that this is what baseball should be all about. This is what baseball should be all about. Trying to go for it, not being afraid to win, not letting those prospects rot down there. Prospects are suspects. You got to cash in, and we've seen the Dodgers do that. AJ Preller has shown a willingness to do that, and we need more teams like the Padres because then it makes the Dodgers look a little differently, right?
I'm also gonna nominate quickly. I know we have 1 minute left. Scott Boras, which is the first and maybe last time he gets on here. But thank you and I mean this in a complimentary way. Just like I thought Mercenary's good. Is Scott Boras a mercenary? Yeah. Well, maybe his country that he's loyal to is cash money. The greed, the ferociousness, the excellence of his job did scare away some teams, I'm sure. I'm sure there are some teams who go, we have zero chances on it. We cannot afford this kind of money. Scott Boras' existence did help narrow the field a little bit maybe for the Dodgers.
Wow, you use the M word there. Mercenary. Be careful.
Why can't I say mercenary?
Exactly. I'm just messing with you. But
I said glad handing today.
Glad
and everybody, Bursch and Lindsay and Andrew and somebody else in there all looked at me like crickets. Had no idea. Do you know what glad hand means?
What's him again?
You know. It's
Just
trying to be cool.
Run it by me. Run it by me.
You know what glad... Stop it. You know what glad handing means. You're a glad hander.
Tell the audience. Hey, my last one, I'm going Ben Rortvedt, by the way. Great to see him behind the dish. Great to see Ben Rortvedt. Benny Biceps. I know the fan base loves to have him back. I gave him the nickname Benny the Vet Rodriguez, kind of like the Sandlot last year. So
you're really nominating your own nickname. Skills. That's what you're doing.
I'm just glad to see him back, man. He's a great catcher.
I love the angle. We're going to give you the Dodgers starting lineup today. We're also going to get inside the Skubal trade next here on DMAC and Reiter. All right, hour two. Welcome into the program. He is Doug McCain. I am Bill Reiter. DMAC and Reiter is presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. If you're over on the stream on YouTube, it's at The Fan LA. Hit that like button. If you're listening in the car on the FM on 97.1, save it on the dial. We've got a all right, you ready for the lineup here? You ready to get the magic, the information?
Lineup's out, baby. I'm here for
Here
it.
we go. Here we
Let's
go.
see
Here
what
we go.
Who's
All
that?
right. Ohtani, Pages, Freeman, Muncy, Betts, Tucker, Teo, Edman. Rortvedt is the catcher today, as you noted, in that 9 spot. And one, Tarek Skubal takes the mound at Wrigley, which you somehow called the 12th best ballpark in America yesterday.
This is my top 5. Relax.
Ridiculous.
Okay? Hey, Skubal bump day. Skubal bump day, man. Let's go. Give me chills.
You want the inside?
Hyped.
You want the inside?
I do.
You want the T?
I'm excited
the
about
inside
this one.
T?
Let's see how it went down.
What'd you call me? Gen Z? What'd you call me?
Gen Z Bill.
Yeah, that was funny. This baseball coverage and DMAC sarcasm here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years, guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. This is by Fabian Ardaya, your guy, your buddy, who's an excellent, excellent Dodgers reporter for The Athletic, and Katie Wu. Also your buddy, but maybe sort of my buddy now because I met her via the show.
Yeah.
I haven't met Fabian yet. We're going to get him on. Okay, they have some information. So there's an excellent story in The Athletic that Fabian and Katie did. It's worth your time. It's worth reading. We're going to go through some of this here. They report the Dodgers DMAC adopted a very expansive approach to the deadline, placing even more value on the opinions of their pro scouts and internal talent evaluators. The vast majority of executives for the Dodgers flew to L.A. ahead of an all-hands meeting on Friday morning, the day before, obviously, the Skubal trade got finalized. The group was beginning to wrap up their meeting Saturday evening when the Tigers called, saying they wanted to get the deal done. And according to this reporting, Friedman, in effect, and we know that he's always been comfortable with other opinions because he has hired there have been stages where they've had 9 or 10 people in the front office who had either currently had at the time or in the past had a GM or higher title. I mean, there's a lot of front office people who don't do that because they're fearful of being replaced. Even for a guy like that, he basically crowdsourced the offer. The Dodgers, Fabian and Katie Wu report, compiled a few potential packages, resulting in an end vote of everyone that flew in, and ultimately the package of Hope and Ryan Smith became the offer that was obviously accepted. You know more about this than I do. It's been 10 years since I've been in the weeds on this stuff for the Dodgers. That is really cool and a little eyebrow-raising that's, in a good way, the process that Freeman utilizes now.
Exactly. I mean, champions don't try to be the smartest person in the room. They try to fill the room with the smartest people, and that's what he does. He surrounds himself with the best in the business, and he wants people around him that don't necessarily share the same ideas, the same philosophies. They like that. They like that level of tension. They like people that aren't afraid to voice their opinions. So, yeah, this doesn't surprise me one bit because I think that the biggest skill that Andrew Friedman has, right? He's not someone that is a former player, right? There's GMs that are former players. There's GMs that are steeped in analytics. It's his personality, his winning personality that I think is his biggest strength, and his eye for talent and his eye for just surrounding himself with talent. So that personality is off the charts. I think it's a big reason why he's okay and confident and secure enough to say, okay, I want your opinion on this. This prospect, this package.
Give me the
who do you like the
information.
most? Yeah, he wants the info.
Eagle.
Yeah.
It's really, and so for me, the historic comp, I was trying to think of a time where someone that powerful, that successful, that accomplished was asking people that work for them, right? Give me your opinion. I'm going to empower this opinion. It's not just give it to me. Thanks. That's so sweet. No. A vote is crazy in a good way. It's DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. And this reporting from The Athletic, from Fabian Ardaya and Katie Wu, did an outstanding job in this report. It's not our information. It's theirs, and they deserve the credit. And you should go to The Athletic and pay for that content and absolutely look at it. It's really good. This reminds me of 2015 when the Golden State Warriors were down to the LeBron and the Cavs 2-1, and there was like a low level. He wasn't an intern, but was close to an intern under Steve Kerr, who, the guy's name was Nick something. Can you look this up for me, Bursch? Who came up with the death lineup idea? Remember, if you remember the death lineup idea where Draymond went to the 5 and they went small, and then the Warriors overpowered the Cavs the rest of the series and then dominated basketball going forward. That was a crowdsourced idea when Steve Kerr basically said, we don't know what to do, and had and that Warriors team is the greatest sort of team of the last 10 years. And it stemmed from the same kind of approach that Friedman's taken, the humility to look for brilliance in people that work for you, and rather than just taking, and then they gave credit for it.
Yeah, that's great stuff. I mean, I think that all these organizations, when you have a level of success, you're going to be either promoting from within or getting external parts. I mean, like a Jerry West telling the Golden State Warriors not to trade Klay Thompson for Kevin Love, right? There's examples like that throughout
That's a
sports.
great one, dude.
I thought you were going to say JFK, though. John F. Kennedy. You remember when JFK, he would surround himself by other people that would have different opinions?
Abraham Lincoln had what's the book? I've read it. I should know this. You don't know by the way, Doug knew glad-hand. Not only did Doug know what glad-handing was in the break, I thought glad-handing was to be like social and charming. It actually is sort of a negative connotation because there's a phoniness to it. I didn't know that till I looked it up today. You knew it immediately. So don't do the on the air, I don't know what it is, Unk.
No,
Unk.
because I didn't want you to accuse me of being a glad-hander.
Nick Ured is the guy that came up with the death lineup.
Okay, so there you go. I mean, that's perfect with what Andrew Friedman's doing right now.
Team of rivals.
Team of
Abraham
rivals.
Lincoln.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
They were rivals. Seward. I want to be president. All right, we're going deep in the... also, according to the reporting from The Athletic, from Fabian and from Katie Wu, is that Andrew Friedman wasn't sure it was going to happen. I wasn't that confident, he told the collective media. I had no idea and was trying to emotionally hedge. I love that. I wasn't getting too high or too low on it until we actually found out. And the exact timing they found out was the middle of the game that night, that 3-2 loss, when they got the call from Scott Harris that it was finally a done deal. So, obviously, you want to win every single game. They could not have cared less they lost to the Boston. If you're Andrew Friedman, you couldn't have cared less you lost to the Boston Red Sox in that game.
You can almost feel it during the game. I mean, that was a red-hot Red Sox team that came in and took care of business and swept the Dodgers. But with this team at the deadline, they knew what their goal was, and they know that winning and losing that day didn't mean beating the Red Sox. It meant getting Tarek Skubal. That turned them into the big winners at the deadline. I don't know if you could finish with more than an A+, but getting that crowdsourcing information, not having to give up any of your top 4 prospects, not having to give up any of your better big league-ready starters. I mean, absolute masterclass by Friedman.
And some of that has to do with the Tigers' approach, right? There's been criticism and speculation, and I think you think silly conspiracy theories about why they didn't get a better deal or wait longer. Here, I'm so emotional, I'm choking. I'm so emotional. Tarek Skubal on DMAC and Reiter. Here is sort of
Brewers
the reporting.
fans crying.
I know. I mean, I'm crying here. I'm crying because I'm just so emotionally working with you, Doug. So the reporting here is that the Tigers spent minimal time negotiating with Tampa Bay, with their site seemingly set on the Dodgers system. This is what you and I speculated, what has now been reported by Fabian Ardaya and Katie Wu. They just really liked what was in the Dodgers system. And obviously, Zaire Hope is probably, I think it's fair to say, a player they were really, really high on. Here's some more information on some other teams. The Phillies and Tigers, according to the Athletics league sources, discussed Skubal in broad strokes, but it's possible the Phillies never even made a formal offer. The Chicago Cubs, who obviously the Dodgers are playing today, and to some degree, ironically, Skubal is pitching against today in his Dodgers debut, were among teams that did, in fact, check in with Detroit on Skubal as they pursued pitching help. We know they went and they got Gosman over the weekend, but they quickly realized, according to the Athletic, that the price was going to reach a level they wouldn't be comfortable going to. And the Athletic also reports that it's unclear how far the Yankees got with the Tigers and talks about Skubal, though it's believed they were in touch with each other in recent days.
So clearly there were conversations with other clubs, but you mentioned something I think it's very important that I don't think it's really discussed enough, is that each individual team, they have their own proprietary, their own measurements, their own scouts, their own ways of viewing prospects. They don't just rely on those lists that are given to the public. So clearly they felt like they got the best return, 3 quality players for a rental. Let's not forget, this is not a pitcher that, as good as he is, he's not under team control for a couple of years. He is only a 2-month rental plus the postseason. And yes, can the Dodgers buy themselves out of a mistake more than a club like the Brewers and the Rays and even potentially the Phillies? Maybe they can, but still, the Dodgers gave some really quality prospects, and they have a great reputation and a great working relationship with the Tigers, too.
It's a really interesting read, and again, this is Fabian Ardaya, who's a friend of the show, even though we haven't had him on yet, we will, and Katie Wu, who's a friend of the show, who we have had on the program for The Athletic. It's very good reporting by Fabian and by Katie, and so absolutely go check it out. And I'm a big pay-for-content guy, so I subscribe to The Athletic. This is one of those stories that I promise you is worth your time. One of the people that sort of reported on a lot is obviously Scott Harris. He is not even the GM. He's the president of operations, I think. He has the same title as Friedman for the Tigers. He also spoke, and he spoke for a long time with the collective media as he did a fire sale. This is a Tigers organization. They had their highest payroll in a single season in history this year. It didn't work, and Dodgers fans should be very thankful it didn't work, or Skubal would probably still be there. And Harris responded to the notion in talking to the media that the Tigers, that his team, should have waited longer to get a better return for their ace.
We came into this very well prepared. We came into this with a firm idea of the type of deal that we wanted to ultimately land. And we had a deep understanding of what every organization had to offer. I think there is a unique dynamic with a player like Derek Skubal. Markets at the deadline for the top players are just different than the rest of the market. So I understand the sort of like intuition that like, hey, you're supposed to wait till the very last second on a deal and then pull a trigger at the very last second to maximize the return. That's not how markets for the top players work. There was no team that was, pursuing Derek Skubal that was waiting to see if they could get someone else and then pivoting to Tarek if they didn't get him. There weren't these market forces that were ultimately, affecting what, each team's appetite was for a package to land Skubal. That was very clear in all of my conversations with the teams that we talked to. So the market was the market.
I find that really interesting, man, and just the idea that there isn't a need. Does that ring true for you in your sort of experiences covering baseball, being around the Dodgers all the time?
Yeah, I think certainly. And he makes so many really good points there as far as how these deals go down, that a lot of times if you wait until the very end and the Dodgers have either pivoted or they've already made a decision they're not going to go all in, I think the Dodgers, there's some leverage there too. I mean, let's not forget that nobody forced the Tigers to make this deal, and that they certainly saw something in the Dodgers prospect package that said, hey, we're trading Tarek Skubal no matter what. We're going to cash in on this lottery ticket. And I think there's a certain level of respect that teams have for this Dodgers organization. The same reason why GMs and teams want to make deals with the Dodgers is the same reason companies poach executives from successful businesses, right? It's that same idea. Like, we get your development, right? We get your scouting and your eye for talent. So I think there's a part of that too. So for me, I think everyone out there that thinks that the Tigers could have gotten a better deal, we haven't seen a better deal offered. The Brewers, they were not going to give up their top prospect. And the same thing goes with the Rays. The Dodgers, hey, do they have an unfair advantage? They probably do. But that was the best deal for the Tigers, and that's how they felt.
And you brought this up yesterday, and I made this point too, and you've said it here, and it's a good one to repeat. We are all, and by the way, people are pissed off outside of LA. I mean, I got buddies who are fans of other teams, and some of them are mad at the Dodgers. Most are just mad at their teams for not going and getting Skubal. It really comes down to what Scott Harris and his team evaluated, right? Andrew Friedman crowdsourced what the Dodgers would offer. Harris had to crowdsource what all the offers were and who they valued. And they obviously just... Excellence is in the eye of the beholder, and you know this better than I do, but I know it. It's one thing to evaluate, say, NBA trades where there's a very limited number of players. It is a bigger risk and more important and more difficult to make trades for MLB prospects because there's such large farm systems for so many. It's just a bigger sample size of guys, and it's harder to put eyes on somebody in Des Moines, Iowa than it is when they're playing in Dallas for the Mavericks.
Exactly, and I think that the past history with these two teams played a factor. Just a few years ago, the Dodgers traded with the Tigers for Jack Flaherty, another pitcher that helped them win in 2024. Also, there were those off-season talks back at the winter meetings when there was a lot of smoke and a lot of rumors about Tarek Skubal and the Dodgers. So it's kind of one of those things where if there were area scouts, if there was a lot of scouting within the Tigers, there was evaluating Dodgers prospects, that's done from last offseason all throughout this year. And the Tigers, they assumed that the Dodgers were going to be in on Tarek Skubal. It's not like the Tigers last offseason thought that the Brewers were going to be in on Skubal, right? So it's not like you would have a lot of Dodgers and Brewers and Phillies and Rays and all these scouts kind of combining, right? So I think that's a big factor there as well, is that a lot of times these deals, they start in the lobby at the hotels, at the winter meetings, when guys have had a couple beers, And then it's kind of one of those things where, hey, man, you told me this thing, you told me that thing. We had a deal. Like, so a part of these things are just relationships that these guys have had, and these conversations that they've had that have gone on for 6+ months.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. We're getting into the weeds on how the Dodgers actually went about getting Tarek Skubal, why Detroit thought this was the move to make. We've pointed you toward and discussed Fabian Ardaya and Katie Wu's outstanding report in The Athletic, and we're hearing from Scott Harris, the guy that runs baseball operations. He has a president title for the Detroit Tigers, and he addressed that very thing with the collected media in Michigan about why they believe, why Detroit believes they got the best deal from their end that they could for their former ace.
The teams that were in, and the teams that weren't in were not in. And unfortunately, in those situations with a player that is truly at the top of the market, that is truly one of one, we had the steering wheel and we could steer it as fast or as slow as we wanted to. And we felt like we put ourselves in a position on Saturday night where it was abundantly clear what every organization was going to be able to do. And we laid down all the offers in front of us and we chose one. I'm very confident that we absolutely maximized the return that we could get for Tarek Skubal. And I think I saw somewhere that this is the only rental deal ever to have 2 top 100 prospects in it. I don't know if that's true. I haven't done the research, but I'm very excited about the players we got. I'm very confident that we maximize the market, and I'm very confident that the overall health and outlook of this organization is better for how we handled the deal and when we pulled the trigger on it.
So that is the why on the Tarek Skubal trade from Scott Harris, the president of baseball operations for the Detroit Tigers. There's also a why not question that he addressed, which is, why not extend him? Why not have him longer? Why not get a deal done? He was basically asked if the Tigers had explored an extension. It would have been an expensive extension with Skubal previously.
We explored an extension once. The response that I got from Tarek's agent was pretty clear that he was intent on going to free agency and exploring the market, which is totally his right, and nobody should be upset about that. He has put himself in a position to be able to explore a market, and he decided that he wanted to do that, and should not be criticized for it. But it was very clear from the exchange about what the intentions were, and he deserved it. And so I expect him to be a free agent this winter, and we'll see what happens from there.
And DMAC, as you know, that agent, Tarek Skubal's agent, is the guy that you have spent time around, Scott Boras.
Yeah, and that's the part that just makes me laugh. I mean, you could debate the fact that this Tigers team has been one of the better teams in Major League Baseball since June 1st, and just the fact that they are selling for a franchise that at least has a puncher's chance to make the postseason is a part of the issue. But I think that is ridiculous. I mean, if you load the offer that they gave to Tarek Skubal, it was a ridiculous offer. It was one of those offers where you just know that there's no consideration for it. It is Scott Boras, too. So with Scott Boras, he's going to always try to take his clients to free agency, try to start a bidding war, and get the biggest dollar amount. But still, if you're the Tigers, you are never going to get close to a potential deal that Tarek Skubal ultimately signed, and you end up getting the prospects in return. But there was never going to be a deal done. Even the one they offered him, I believe it was something in the 4 years, $75 million, where was the difference. So, I mean, that's one of those contracts where that's an offer you make when you don't really want to make an offer, right? It's kind of, hey, we're not actually serious.
Right. I could not agree more. DMAC and Reiter, the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, the only sports talk radio station in Southern California on the FM dial. So, of course, find us there and save us on your dial in your car. You can also hang out with us, watch the show if you want, via YouTube at The Fan LA. At The Fan LA, if you're in there, there's some new faces, some new names in the chat. Hit the like button for us. Hit the like button and subscribe, that little bell button. Scott Boras talked to your friend, who I really liked. I love his work, Dylan Hernandez. I know not all Dodgers fans do. I love the candor. He talked to Boras himself, and Scott Boras told him, quote, "It's great for both the Dodgers and for Tarek that they both get to know one another quite well and determine more about what the future may hold for them," end quote, when talking about a long-term deal that could be possible. And he addressed, Dylan did, and Scott Boras, because Dylan asked him, your concern, Doug, the concern that he could pull a Scherzer from 2021, and this was Scott Boras' answer about the possibility of maybe prioritizing the next deal rather than if there's a moment where you can really get out there and sort of be a workhorse of the team. You tell me what you think of the answer. Quote, you get more of a vision of him in the postseason and down the stretch and what he can mean to a franchise. You get to see that unfold in real time, end quote. Which sort of seems like I'm not answering that question.
Yeah, I mean, it does definitely just scream Scott Boras saying, I want to protect my asset. I don't want any type of funny business as far as someone being overused. Will the Dodgers use him like a rented car where they don't care how many miles they put on him, how fast they drive him, if they run over a bump? Maybe they do, but I think, too, if you're the Dodgers, you also understand that you probably want to consider signing him long-term, so you don't want to have a damaged asset that you run into the ground, and you have to be respectful to a certain degree. But as you point out, that was something we talked about on yesterday's show that gave me a little bit of a concern, is just the fact that when Max Scherzer was traded to the Dodgers in 2021, he had a fantastic run after the deadline. He was great. He got his 3,000 strikeout, had a sub-2 ERA. It was crazy. There was this thing where Dodgers players couldn't pat him on the butt because he got really mad about it. Like, he was fierce. He bring an attitude to the Dodgers, and it looked like he was going to go all out in the postseason. It looked like Mad Max was going to lead the Dodgers to another World Series title. And then Game 6 against the Atlanta Braves in 2021, he decided that he was not going to pitch in Game 6 because he had a case of dead arm. That forced Walker Buehler to have to pitch on short rest, and the Dodgers lost that series. I'll take it to my grave. I'll die on that hill. If Max Scherzer doesn't make that business decision, that selfish decision, I think the Dodgers win that series and win the World Series.
You don't think it was dead arm? I think it was a dead heart.
It was. And guess what, Bill? That arm resurrected itself to pick up a pen and sign a big, massive contract with the New York Mets. So we'll see if Tarek Skubal has that same mindset. I think Skubal wants to win, and I think that Skubal sees himself in L.A. more than Max Scherzer did. So I trust that Skubal is going to give the Dodgers everything he has, and the Dodgers have a stable of aces. It's not like you just have 2 or 3 guys, like I said, more aces than a deck of cards they can go to. So I trust that Skubal, in a good faith effort, is going to give the Dodgers everything they have, and they're not going to run him into the ground.
DMAC trusts Skubal. He trusts him to pitch in big moments. He trusts him to be available. But does he trust him more than every other Dodger pitcher on this team? We will do Game 7 power rankings with a pandering prohibition, with a pandering prevention mechanism next on DMAC and Reiter. show. It is DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That is calldowntown.com, or text injury help to 40222. That is 40222. Man, it is fun talking Dodgers baseball, isn't it?
It is, babe. Talking ball all day, every day,
so
dude.
much, dude.
This team makes a lot of fun, too. Unlimited storylines.
I cannot wait until the playoffs.
Oh, you ready for that stress?
So busy. We're going to be so busy.
I'm not ready for that stress. Yeah, I could feel it coming, the anxiety, but I need a little bit of a gap there.
You do?
Yeah, I need
well, you're
some.
going, you have a vacation, little vacay coming up.
That's true.
I'll get you my list of Barcelona hotspots.
I cannot wait.
I got you, dude.
I'm essentially going on this vacation just so I can go there, just so I can come back and do something that's going to piss you off so much on my first show back. So that's what this vacation's all about. It's not about spending time with my family. It's not about making these core moments with my daughter or my wife. It's about going to Spain to come back with something that'll piss you off.
I'm worried that you're going to overpromise and under-deliver.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's bet on it.
I don't want to bet on it. It's emotion I'm going to lose. Let's talk about this. By the way, you like to give me a hard time about the chat. You always bring up the chat and the chat. People were chatting about you.
I heard you told me this.
When you said that that Yamamoto is not a top
Oh, I didn't say that.
He's a fourth pitcher. You had him at 4. You had him at 4.
Okay.
But what happens in live sort of breaking news, right, is something you can adjust. You can walk it back. We're going to do our rankings of the people you would most rely on. I'm very curious here. It's a Game 7, NLCS, World Series, whatever. You have one starting pitcher you can throw out there. And you were there. You like to kind of hedge your bets. You like to not answer the question. You like to be like, I want to do a 3-way start between Ohtani for 3 innings and then Glasnow and then Snell. That's not allowed.
I thought you were Mr. Nuance.
Not a Snell.
So sometimes you want nuance, sometimes you don't. Just let me know at the beginning of the segment when you want the nuance.
I want you to answer the question. You can do it with nuance, but I want you to actually answer the question we've come up with.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I hear you.
One guy to start. You got one guy. Game 7. Who's your number one person on this starting rotation?
This year?
Yeah. No, I'm actually curious in 1993. Yeah, man. This year. They just added.
And you're guaranteeing me all the 4 starters at their very best, right? And I know.
I'm guaranteeing you that they're on the appropriate amount of rest.
I know. Okay.
But not their best. They got to go out there and they got to compete.
So I know where the controversy lies in this. The controversy lies in this is that I did not pick Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the reigning World Series MVP.
You disrespected him.
There you go. Who he heroically pitched in Game 6 and Game 7.
Don't reverse pander.
I'm not reverse pandering. I will say this. Look, I mean, I said last year, if the aliens came down, we were faced with mass extinction unless we had one pitcher go in a Game 7, it'd be Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But I will say this. Yamamoto already proved that he could slay that Game 7 dragon last year. And if the Dodgers have to slay another dragon, I want the bigger sword, and that is Tarek Skubal.
I was going to get on you if you went Yoshi after putting him like 9 yesterday or whatever you did.
Well, guess what? I finished, and I definitely am still with Tarek Skubal. I'll tell you why.
Finished? Oh, the question. What?
So Tarek Skubal is still my Game 7 starter. And the reason why I say that is because, look, this rotation is incredible. There's no doubt about it that Yoshinobu Yamamoto has that postseason pedigree, but he proved it last year. Doesn't mean you have to make Game 7 his normal, regular job, right? I mean, the truth is that if you look at all of these guys on their best day at this stage of their careers, yes, Yamamoto has done it, so people always want to go with the thing that they've seen. They want the proven results. But Tarek Skubal...
Yeah, I do want the proven World Series results.
Because you've seen it one year. Doesn't mean it's going to happen again the next year, because I think the difference...
Skubal's got 3 playoff games, 3 in his career.
He does.
By the way, he's pitched well in those games. It's not as if... But it's a really small sample size. I'm taking Yoshi, dude. And I'm not. By the way, this is the advantage of the Dodgers: is that the 3rd or 4th answer for the Dodgers is better than the answer for most teams at number 1.
And that's fine. Like, you're not wrong. I think that it's a debate of 2 pitchers, right? I think it would be Skubal. I think you even can throw Snell in there as well.
I'm going to write my order down. I'm going to give the answer. I'm not going to back away.
I'll give my
this.
answer too. I mean,
I'm not going to hide.
But I gave you my answer, my logic for who I would have in the rotation. I think the reason why I would have Tarek Skubal over Yoshinobu Yamamoto is, like I said, you have a bigger dragon this year. Get the guy with the biggest sword, and that is Tarek Skubal, a 2.39 ERA since 2024. That's second all of baseball. All of his numbers are absolutely elite. I think the other reason why I would take Tarek Skubal over Yoshinobu Yamamoto this year is Yamamoto has pitched a ton. Last year, he pitched over 200 innings regular season.
He's be the Cy Young Award winner this year.
I think there's a dark horse chance to do it. And if he does do that, that means that he has to make another 10-plus starts, and at some point, those are going to take their toll. So I think that Skubal is going to be a fresher pitcher. I think he's going to be a pitcher that also has something more to prove because he's never won a World Series. He doesn't have that Game 7 clout, that moment. And I think, too, this is another way that the Dodgers can show Tarek Skubal that he's their guy. And I think that it's an extra bargaining chip, an extra level of, hey, we gave you that trust in Game 7. I mean, wait. What
you're gonna give him?
Wait, hold on.
You're gonna do a sales pitch in Game 7.
I think all this stuff matters.
Well, shucks, I would go with Yoshi, but let's just give it to Tarek so he signs with us.
I love this. I love this.
By the way, there's a great line. This reminds me of.
This is where I get in the Twilight Zone here.
Is from Mad Men, where Peggy is mad at John Hamm's character, and she's like, "You don't appreciate me," and he goes, "That's what the money's for." Hey, Tarek, that's what the money's for. When you get offered $400 million, that's the sales pitch.
That's fine. And that's a good thing.
Mad Men.
I love Mad Men. I've never seen it, actually, but I'm going to watch it.
You love Mad Men?
I love the...
Yeah, this guy's a truth teller. I love Mad Men.
No,
I've never seen it. Please tell me about your rankings, truth teller.
I left out a word there where
I love Mad Men. It's great. Haven't seen it before. Anyway, here's why
when I try to get some words in, I'm trying to...
You want to talk?
I love Mad...
I'll turn my microphone off.
No, come on. No. Okay, so tell me I'm crazy here. I love the fact that you're trying to act like I'm saying something insane, like I'm saying something that's out of pocket, when all I am saying here is if the Dodgers needed to win one game in the postseason, that I would go with the best pitcher that's currently not only on their roster, but the best pitcher in the world in my eyes. That's how good Tarek Skubal is. I love Yamamoto. If I had to go with someone else, I would feel okay about Yamamoto in Game 7 too. Tarek Skubal is objectively a better starting pitcher than not only Yamamoto, not only Glasnow, not only Snell, not only Ohtani, but anyone on the planet. Throw in Jacob Mizorowski, throw in Paul Skeens. I'm taking Tarek Skubal. That's how good he is. The Dodgers open their garage. You got a Porsche. I think Yamamoto's the Porsche. I think Ohtani's the Lamborghini. I think that you got the Rolls Royce in Blake Snell. You got the McLaren in Tyler Glasnow. But Skubal is the Bugatti. He's the superstar of all superstars, the supercar of all supercars. That's who the Dodgers have right now. I don't think I'm that crazy to say that I would take the best pitcher on the planet in Game 7 over Yamamoto. I know the chat's upset. You look at the chat like they're upset.
No, I'm waiting when I get to talk.
Oh, okay, we're doing that now.
No, you said to be quiet.
No,
I felt bad.
I did not say to be quiet.
I stepped on your toes.
No, I was saying you were saying that I love Mad Men. What I meant to say was I love that you used a quote from Mad Men. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might be. Here's my order. I don't think what you're saying is crazy. Your reaction was great.
Oh. I was triggered.
I know you were. I'm Doug and I'm bad. Here's my order. The initial question, with all the nuance required around DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Yoshi, 1 for me. Skubal 2. Snell 3. Ohtani 4. Glasnow 5. Roki 6. And by the way, that's the order that I want. So I'm not, but I am.
Including Roki on the list is interesting.
If you have to throw Roki, let's just say for whatever reason you have to play Roki, I don't feel as good about it as I do the other guys, but based on current form and last year's postseason performance, I don't feel bad about it, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I think that's a really good list. I mean,
so that's my order. I wasn't looking to argue with you. I just wanted your order.
Well, no, you were kind of calm.
Then you're like Bugatti, and this one's a Tercel, but it's okay. I like Tercels. I'm like, what?
Tercel. Lance Lynn is the Tercel, man. He just gave another home run, I'm told.
What's your order?
So I would go Skubal 1.
Yep.
Yama 2.
Yep.
Snell 3.
Me too, right.
Glasnow 4. And Shohei 5 until we see him back on the mound and if that knee's healthy. I like it. I think Shohei on his best day, Shohei at his best this year, pumping 100 plus, going 102, nasty sweeper, splitter, his arsenal when he's right. He doesn't take a backseat to anyone, but I'm just concerned about the knee.
I think our lists are too low for Shohei. I have him at 4 and you have him at 5, and it's not an insult or a shot at either of us. I think the thing is that I have to hold on to, and this is where I think sometimes with Tiger Woods, with Jordan, with Phelps, with DMAC on radio, whatever, you can take for granted a certain level of greatness. Ohtani is just a freaking winner, and I keep going down back to the WBC at bat against Mike Trout when Mike Trout was still Mike Trout. I wonder if maybe I should have Ohtani higher because he, in that one moment, he's not going to worry about all the other things, and if he has to hit in 2 days, like Game 7, right, last game of the year, I think he has a level of greatness inside him, in an individual moment, not just over the longevity of a season as a two-way player. So I might put him ahead of Snell, but yeah, I think our lists are pretty similar.
Yeah, they are.
Almost the same.
I think the Ohtani piece of that all is really interesting because you mentioned his best pitching moment comes at the end of the game when he didn't start that game. So I think that the interesting part about Shohei is how they're going to use him in the postseason. Will it be in a traditional starter's role where he goes 6+ innings and you use him maybe once a week, or do you try to piggyback him with Glasnow? But
can I throw a chat question at you?
Yeah.
I know we got to go here in a second. Birch is like, you and I are just getting real comfortable with just like, clocks.
Yeah, I've been bad about
where
that
we're
today.
going, we don't need clocks. It's my second
Take out
Back
this
to the
watch.
Future reference. Mike D. I'm not gonna try to pronounce your name, Mike. I'm sorry. Asked, Robo was good in the postseason last year. Dave Roberts trusted him to pitch in Game 7, and Mike D goes on, I trust Robo way more than Roki, even after the 2 bad games. So here's my question. It's a really critical game. It's probably not going to be a Game 7, but it's a really critical game, and for whatever reason, Justin Robleski is pitching. 1 to 10 scale, what's your comfort level?
I'd say probably a 5 right now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just the home runs have ticked up. I think that the workload is starting to take its toll. I think from a mindset standpoint, though, Robo's a dog. Like, a lot of the players have told me about that moment specifically last year in Game 7 when he hit Andreas Jimenez, and Andreas Jimenez was crying out there and complaining, and that riled the guys up. So I think that they like that character that he has. I don't think he's afraid of the moment. I just think that probably transitioning to the bullpen where he can just empty the tank for a couple innings is kind of what he's better suited for right now.
He is Doug McCain. I am Bill Reiter, and Luka Doncic has a message literally for you, Los Angeles. We will share it with you next on DMAC and Reiter. sports accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com, calldowntown.com. We both love Bursch. Does he know there's more than 12 songs on Earth?
This is the Bursch's greatest hits playlist for sure.
When we've talked and our bosses talked to us about appointment listening on the radio, it's not the music, dude. It's something missed. Crosswires.
That was for the Breakfast Club, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you mean, right? I know. Right?
It's a great song.
You know what, bro? It's time. Whatever. It's time for Hardwood Headlines.
Ball don't lie.
Ooh.
Time for Hardwood Headlines with DMAC and Reiter.
Someday we're gonna have to do a segment where you're me and I'm you,
Wow.
like a Freaky Friday. Just
a little Freaky Friday.
we'll be so mean to each other. But
What else is new?
I'm never mean to.
Guys, I would love to play a different music and more music. My hands are tied.
Whoa, I actually like those songs. What the heck?
They're
Why are
great.
you talking about my
They're
favorite
great.
songs?
They're great.
Your hands are tied.
My hands are tied.
Literally?
Yes.
You've been tied up.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Who hasn't been tied up, though, is Luka Doncic. In an email to fans, drive it. An email to fans, Luka
Drive
said
it, dude.
he is now.
He just makes a drive it joke at himself.
I love that bit. I think it's great. In an email to fans, Luka Doncic said he is now 100% healthy from the hamstring injury that ended his season. He said, quote, I took a real break from basketball the first few weeks after the season ended to rehab my body. My recovery went great, and I'm 100% healthy again. Taking some time away from basketball is something I do at the start of every offseason. It's a different way to do things, but it works for me. When I let myself miss the game a little bit and try some new things, it only makes me more excited and motivated to get back to playing.
So the biggest thing about this Lakers team is whether or not Luka can be healthy. And I actually am very optimistic about what they built. I am not optimistic about his health because it is a concern, dude.
It is a concern because the history's been there. Not just the regular season at times, but the playoffs as well. He's 27, turning 28 halfway through the year. So that's really typically the middle of a player's peak prime. So, look, I think this could be his year. I'm standing on business, planting my flag. I think that Luka Doncic is going to have that MVP season this year. So, hey, 100% healthy. He's looking like he's in the best shape of his life. Hopefully that this year he's going to come into camp and say, hey, I gained 5-10 pounds of pure muscle, that kind of stuff. So from a physical standpoint, I think that we've seen the warning signs and he knows what he needs to do now. And for him to be that face of this franchise that can have a chance to compete in the West, I think he has to have an MVP caliber season.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. This is Hardwood Headlines. We're getting back to Dodgers talk in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that.
Now, Luka is fully healthy for the trip to Slovenia, where he's bringing the entire team. According to Mark Stein, 16 of 17 Lakers, including all players on a two-way contract, will be going to Slovenia for the trip that Luka is calling a, quote, team bonding trip. Unfortunately, Cameron Carr is unable to go due to a mandatory official NBA rookie orientation he has to attend.
I mean, you got to be by the way, this is so cool of Luka. Luka's paying for this. And I think for family members, too. Here's my question, and I'm not... Beggars can't be choosers. I'm not being critical, but I thought of this. When the news came out that Luka Doncic is paying everyone's airfare and family members, is it first class? Has to be, right?
Has to be.
These are tall dudes.
Has to be. Hey man, I'll take Cameron Carr's spot. Go with the Lakers, hang out.
Can't he just get get out of jail free card from Adam Silver? They're not gonna let him go, are they? They take orientation pretty seriously.
Yeah, the orientation thing's wild. I mean, I remember just kind of reading about what actually goes on there. They talk about basically how to manage your money, how to not get baby trapped, and all this crazy stuff. So I know it's important for the league to have the entire rookie class there, but Cameron Carr. The good thing is I think Cameron Carr already is so bought in and is so committed just to being the best player that he could possibly be, that if there's maybe a rookie that you could trust that could be left out of that, and then when he rejoins them, still felt like he has that bond, I think it'd be Cameron Carr.
Also, I don't have the dates in front of me, but can you just hit the orientation for a couple days and just get on a plane?
Can't you zoom that thing too? Like, zoom me in.
I don't know. It's disorienting.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that.
What do you mean you know about that?
Be careful.
Oh, careful. Wow.
Be a plane full of
what?
Lakers.
You can't do it after all. What?
Still can't believe you had to end that bit.
Dude, like, yeah. Well, I mean, like, the boss said that you were taking it personally and you didn't like losing.
Yeah, I went to the boss.
No,
so
he read your face.
Okay.
He read your eyes.
Bring it back then.
I have it in here. Like, wasn't it
We should have a whole
like
show
21
dedicated
to 1 or something?
of unfair.
Here we go. Oh, I was 9-4 on 525. I was 9-4.
And like I said, I could prove. Like I don't get. It was
can
just hard.
prove,
I
huh?
still can't. I didn't get credit for saying Dort Knox.
6-1. I was 11-5.
11-5.
Yeah.
Those 5 were probably bangers though.
20. Oh, sorry. No, that's not the record. That's how I beat you. Oh, I beat you 26-6 on 6-2.
You're the scorekeeper. You cooked it.
No, he was the
You're like the
decider. I just wrote it
hometown
down.
scorekeeper.
Oh, you know what?
That doesn't.
The date that it got decided that we had to be nice to you, that you couldn't take
That's
it, was 6-3.
If you're listening, these are lies. There will be there's some litigation on my end towards you if I can. This is straight up slander, bro.
Yeah, because people that are not sore losers, they sue when they lose games.
I'm good with it. All right.
Can I sue my wife for beating me in Sorry all the time?
Play sorry.
I don't love to, but it's a family. The family loves.
Oh wow, no, sorry. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'm not a board game guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Klay Thompson would welcome a return to the Lakers, according to Christian Plank
more
of The
Twister
Athletic. Plank said, quote, "My understanding is that Thompson would welcome a return to Los Angeles, where he spent part of his childhood and still owns a home. The Miami Heat are another team frequently mentioned in NBA circles as a potential landing spot for the future Hall of Famer."
I mean, Klay Thompson is washed the way that Mookie is washed. It isn't great. I don't love it. Both those guys are like sort of former favorite players of mine to watch, but I don't really have any interest in Klay Thompson.
yeah, he's just not what he used to be, and still a good name, a championship player, but he's not what he used to be.
It sounded like you picked up a
What
newspaper
are
in
you
there.
doing, man?
Is it that loud?
No, it's fine. Why are so many? This is Doug. Doug's comment on Klay Thompson.
That's how that
My
sounded?
research says.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed. deep data dive.
Guys, Boston College fired its radio play-by-play duo of the last 9
brutal.
years. Why? Because their new head coach, Luke Murray, didn't want anyone in the program to be associated with the previous coaching staff.
Do those people have jobs and family? That's what the two people who got fired are saying. If that's true, that is awful. And I will root against that coach. Hardcore.
That is nuts. That is crazy. I mean, I get changing the culture, but hey, does it changing the radio broadcast? That's wild.
Oh, I have some more news. I agree.
It sounds like a thunderstorm here. Gosh, cleaning house.
Great
for
point,
that.
Doug. All right. That's it. DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. You want another one? Drive.
No,
drive
I
it.
saw this one. That felt very Bill Reiter.
And you want to be Bursch?
Yeah, no,
Who do you want to be?
the LeBron mural, but we're going to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are? I'm excited about the breaks on. We're going to, actually, Doug, it's going to be great, is going to power rank the 5 biggest threats to the Dodgers in the NL after the trade deadline next on DMAC and Reiter. All right, what's up, Los Angeles? DMAC and Reiter presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Tarek Skubal's debut as a Dodger is coming up in an hour, a little bit less than that. We have you covered. We will break it down in about 25 minutes. We'll keep you updated for everything that happens at DMAC's 17th best ballpark in baseball, Wrigley Field, later today. I am really excited about this. I think we did your rankings a while ago. Can't remember, DMAC, if it was a practice show before the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, launched on the FM dial and on YouTube at The Fan LA, or if it was actually when we were live. But we did, I think, the teams that could be the biggest obstacles to the Dodgers. We're now going to do DMAC's 5 biggest threats to LA in the National League, right? And National League threats adjusted for and because of yesterday's trade deadline, since a lot of these teams obviously changed. And several Dodgers would-be adversaries were pretty aggressive as well.
Number 5.
That was a dramatic pause. That was a dramatic segment.
That was intense. Okay, so number 5.
All right.
I'm going to go with the San Diego Padres.
All right.
The Padres, we've talked about A.J. Preller. We've given him some flowers, which was gross, but I got to respect it. I mean, you got a rotation in the postseason that could feature Michael King, Casey Mize, and Robbie Ray. And the fear with the Padres is they're a bad team a lot of times, but when it's the Dodgers, sometimes they turn to the 27 Yankees, right? When they face the Dodgers,
that emotion, dude, it does.
The emotion, the
You're
passion,
right.
the fan base, they manipulate the tickets where Dodgers fans can't buy the tickets down in San Diego. And yes, of course, on paper, the Dodgers have a superior roster, but I think one of the big wild cards for the postseason is which team do the Dodgers draw in a shorter series? Because I have all the confidence in the world. If the Dodgers are in a 7-game series, it's very difficult to beat them 4 times, but you could possibly beat them 3 times in a 5-game series. And if you face the Padres, it could happen. And right now, they're 2 games back in the wild card. So San Diego, by the way,
I like that, dude. Added some starting pitching, throw in the variable reality of a 5-game series and the emotion of just how they feel and the fact that you love A.J. Preller, and things get a little tricky.
And I'm wearing Padres socks and
that was a
Padres
crazy
Air
AI.
Force Ones, according to our boss, the great Andrew Williams. So, hey,
Do people
that was
know
AI.
that was a joke? On the
I haven't
socials?
checked. I haven't checked on the Twitterverse. The Padres fans like to come at me, so it's probably a bad joke for them. They probably think, "What is going on here?" But I got the Padres at 5. I really do. I know it could be a little high, but we're talking about just the National League.
I don't hate it, dude.
Familiarity. The Dodgers, they should win the division pretty easily. I think right now it's a 9-game lead over the Arizona Diamondbacks. With the Padres, they could crack that wild card. So I got them at number 5.
I also think delusion is I think confidence and belief in sports is really important, especially when you're the underdog. And it is hard sometimes when you're not as good as an opponent to believe that you are. Arrogance and delusion, little brother syndrome, what the Padres bring to they're not as good as the Dodgers, but I'm not sure there's anybody out there that convinces themselves they can compete against the Dodgers in a way that's irrational more than San Diego.
Could not agree with you more. Great point, Bill. And here's the thing, too. The Dodgers winning the World Series, right, it sets up a 3-peat. They're the dynasty. They're the best team ever. For the Padres, just them beating the Dodgers in the postseason and preventing them from winning a 3-peat, they might as well consider that a 3-peat down in San Diego. That's how sad the Sadres are down in San Diego, that they feel like, okay, if we just knock off the Dodgers, that would be our World Series. So that's another thing, too. The Dodgers, they bring the best out of the Padres.
You always call the Dodgers the evil empire from the perspective of everybody else, right?
Yeah.
In that sort of analogy, the Padres are an Ewok that got into an X-Wing and somehow actually hit the target in Star Wars. You know, what a celebration. What a party for the Ewoks.
Beat the Dodgers, they won't.
Wait, he's not. That's Yoda.
I know.
Okay.
You do an Ewok voice? What's the man?
I feel like I crushed it.
That should be the
Can
next.
we play that back later?
That should be.
Number 4.
All right, number 4, I got the Philadelphia Phillies. So the Phillies are the team I did not want to see Tarek Skubal go to, just because that's a roster that has high-level pitching. You still have Christopher Sanchez and Jesus Luzardo and Zach Wheeler, who's been good in the postseason. You still have Trey Turner and Bryce Harper. And the interesting thing, though, is they added Luis Ariz of the San Francisco Giants. And for the Phillies, Arise is a big game changer because they have one of the lowest batting average in baseball. You get a true bat-to-ball, old-school hit-for-average type hitter, and you still got Alec Boehm, and you've got Kyle Schwarber. I mean, the Phillies have a lot of talent. They really absolutely do. Luis Arise isn't a massive blockbuster game changer, but I think for that team who struggles to score in big games, Luis Arise just kind of making things happen, not having that offense go stale. Philly fanatic has someone else to be a fanatic about, Luis Arise. So I got the Phillies at 4.
It really was. If you go through all of the moves and sort of all the things that happened, Arise included, it was a really active MLB trade deadline. And I think, we obviously focused very much on the Dodgers, and Skubal's the biggest MLB trade deadline story in a really long time. I mean, that's a huge move. But Arise is not small, to your exact point. And Philly, especially when they're playing a little bit better, I mean, they are capable of being really, really good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing any more Ewok noises.
They really are. What was that? I mean, that was crazy.
Do we have it?
No.
Yeah, he'll get it.
That was insane. So, yeah, but that is a different type of bat, too. And that's something that Phillies team has really needed and searched for, was someone that could kind of end those bad long stretches where they go in droughts. I mean, he like I said, not adding a massive impact bat, but someone that for them specifically changes things.
Daniel Ariola says Luis Bad Moon Rising. What are you making him for?
I'm seeing that same thing.
Yeah. Mine was It's the Dark Knight Arises.
Ooh.
I've been watching a lot of Batman on my algorithm for some reason.
Trying to get a rise out of me.
There's a lot. Ooh, I always try to get a rise out of you.
Sounds like my mom. Trying to get a rise out of me, Douglas? That was kind of like her old vibe.
We are on the rails. We are not off the rails at all here on DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We are going through the 5 teams in the National League that are the biggest threat to the Dodgers' pursuit of a 3rd consecutive World Championship. And obviously these rankings have shifted and are impacted by the fact that it's not just the Dodgers who made moves yesterday when the MLB trade deadline came to a close.
Number 3.
All right, number 3, I've got the team that the Dodgers just lost to yesterday, the Chicago Cubs. The Northsiders, they made some moves that I think really moved the needle for them. You got Kevin Gausman, you added Clay Holmes to that rotation, and you got guys coming back. Pete Crow Armstrong has had an MVP-level season. Seiya Suzuki, I think they got a really good combination of an offense that can score runs, and now you add some high-upside pitchers. I mean, Kevin Gausman has been a top 10 to 15 pitcher in Major League Baseball over the last couple of seasons. He was up in Toronto, who, by the way, a big spending market as a seller, which is interesting. They trade.
God, this guy has been trying all day to bait me.
I'll get there.
You went home, you re-listened, you're like, I sense weakness. Baseball's in bad shape. I want to do this segment with Bill. We'll do it tomorrow.
That's so funny.
That's exactly what you're doing. You're literally turning red.
That's so funny. It's spot on. I cannot hide blushing, guys. I turn into a tomato. So, yeah. So, hey, the Cubs, though, that's a team to be reckoned with. I really do. I really do think that they're a team that the Dodgers wouldn't want to face. They have some history with Chicago in the postseason. Pete Crow Armstrong, MVP-level player. So I got them at number 3.
He's a Los Angeles guy who talks smack about L.A. I mean, that's PCA. The thing about PCA for me, and I don't know that we take this for granted here in L.A., but sometimes to win a World Series and certainly to overcome a more talented team, and there is no more talented team in baseball than the Dodgers. It's not even a question. You need to have somebody who just takes over a series. You just need someone who just goes full NLCS MVP, World Series MVP. And that can be random players, right? But often it's the best or one of the best players in baseball that are sort of need to do that if you are on a team that isn't the Dodgers, or even if you are on a team that's the Dodgers and you're going to win a series like that, Cubs-Dodgers, that PCA is the guy that is a threat. Because if you, with the pitching that they added, if things go sort of well, if you get to Skubal, you get to Snell, or you get to, Yoshi, if Pete Crow Armstrong has a series, if the dude hits 478 over a 6-game series and just unstoppable, which is, it's conceivable because he is one of the 2 best hitters certainly in the National League. I'm with you on the Cubs as a threat, man.
I think the thing about the Cubs, too, is that it's not one of those, hey, we went out there and got Skubal, we went and we traded the farm, ran some major all-in level moves, but it's kind of just enough to make them very interesting. And they've been just kind of hanging around all season long. You're not even first in your division. You're behind a team that has been one of the trendy picks to maybe win the World Series, the Milwaukee Brewers. But guess what? The Brewers did not make that big move. We'll talk about them potentially in a second here. They did make a move, but you add a starter like Kevin Gausman, that signals you want to win this season, certainly. So the Cubbies Dodgers, it feels like that's inevitable. Like, there's a friendly. The Wrigley Field hasn't been the friendly confines for the Dodgers either, right? The Dodgers have struggled in Chicago, and that's a place that can be difficult to play in October with the wind. It's just a different animal. So
I covered the World Series in the NL the year the Cubs won, and I was at therefore I was at every one of those Dodgers Cubs games.
Oh, you were in the mix.
And it was cold, dude. I mean, you said it's so cold in Chicago that time of year.
Yeah, that's your old team.
I feel like a bad person. I know that's like a soft belly exposed kind of situation. I know you're coming for me because I actually feel like a terrible, terrible person.
Number 2.
All right, number 2, I've got the Atlanta Braves. I mean, the Atlanta Braves, they went out there. They made some aggressive moves. You went and acquired Tyler Mahle from the Giants. You got veteran Brent Suter. I mean, Brent Suter is someone that is an arm that I think kind of changes the calculus for them. I think the Brewers also had the Braves had a pretty good roster to begin with. So Mahle, not a crazy ace-level pitcher, but you have Chris Sale. And Chris Sale is one of those guys that sits at the table with pitchers like Tarek Skubal, with Yamamoto, with some of the best pitchers. Chris Sale is an elite starter, so you have him. You add Tyler Mahle. You still have Ronald Acuna Jr., tons of talent on that Braves team. So the Braves, the Dodgers, they've had so many heated battles throughout the years, really a rivalry all the way dating back to the 80s, 90s. They've had some tough battles, 20, 21, 22. So I think we're due potentially for another Braves-Dodgers showdown in October. Got Freddie. Imagine Freddie Freeman against his old team.
That would be wild.
That would be
fun.
It'd be great to see, man.
What about Kyle Tucker against his old team? Oh, that's right. He was there for 30 seconds, and they hate him.
The guy that booed him.
Are they allowed to boo him after a year? I think you probably are. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's not as if he was there for 7 years and then went to the Dodgers.
You can boo anyone. I mean, if you boo,
justifiable boo.
Exactly. If you get booed, it means you're relevant. It either means you were really good,
I'm very relevant then.
or you left. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Andrew Friedman and Brandon Gomez were booing him in the crowd. Who knows? There's no. Obviously, I'm just kidding.
Are you a booer?
I am someone that approves of boos.
I don't boo. I don't physically boo.
You don't?
I'm not a booer.
See,
I accept the boo. I approve the boo. I just don't do the boo.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in a position where I've had like boo in a long time due to where I've been working. So like when I was a fan going to games, paying for tickets, yeah, it'd be fun to boo the opposing team.
I want to try it out real quick. Can you just say it? I don't care what you say. Give me a take.
Okay.
Boo!
LeBron James for 3.
Boo!
LeBron James, the mercenary.
Yeah, go Sixers. Boo! That can't be your take, by the way.
Of course.
I know it's not your take, but like,
okay,
you can't.
LeBron's the GOAT.
I mean, actually, I don't hate that take.
Really?
I don't think he is.
It's arguable, though. It's arguable.
It's arguable.
Yeah, it certainly is arguable.
Having written a column that he is and having written a column that he's not, I'm not sure I'm the decisive decider on that.
Yeah. Who's Missouri's rivalry again?
How can you root for Missouri? It used to be Kansas.
But then
they left Bill Self said we won't play it, but now they're doing, nobody cares.
Cristiano Ronaldo scores for Real Madrid. Hala Madrid.
Oh, you know what?
Hala Madrid.
I would boo Ronaldo. I would boo Real Madrid.
Oh, you would. So that's the only guy on your boo list.
Though. Like in Spain, they whistle.
Oh yeah.
And I can't whistle. I can't whistle.
Really?
No.
Man,
I don't have the whistle in me.
You got the Ewok sounds though, which is great.
I feel like I crushed it.
All right, now we got our number 1, baby. Let's do it. Oh, you got it? That almost sounds like one of those like Power Ranger villains.
Hold on.
Right?
I think it's a great Ewok.
It's giving me goosebumps in a weird way. Oh my god!
I mean, I want you to visualize an Ewok, and it's in an X-wing somehow, and it's flying to the Death Star, and it just randomly pulls the trigger without the Force, and when it hits it, and the whole thing explodes. This is right. That's a celebratory Ewok right there, dude.
That's a good. I gotta watch Return of the Jedi.
You and I are not weird at all.
Yub yub yub. Don't they make yub yub sounds? Yub 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 yub.
That was their song, wasn't it?
Yub yub. Okay,
right.
This is insane. But now we got
number 1.
All right, number 1 is going to go with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, it has to be.
Because the Brewers, they faced the Dodgers last year in the NLCS. I wanted to possibly move them down on this list, but they're still just a really good and complete ball club. And they did add a little bit. And who did they add? They added Antonio Senzatella, who's going to be a major high-leverage reliever for them. So it's not like they did nothing. They still added to their roster, and that roster was already one of the best rosters in baseball. So I think the big question for the Brewers and the number one thing they're looking at is, will Jacob Mizorowski in October be able to carry them, put them on their back? And let's not forget, already a team that has Kyle Harrison, another really good starting pitcher. The Brewers played the Dodgers tough last year in the regular season. They were undefeated against the Dodgers in the regular season. But the Dodgers, they flipped the script on them in the postseason, sweeping them. But, hey, for me,
that's a great list, dude.
There's competition out there.
So you went Brewers 1, Braves 2, Cubs 3, Phillies 4, Padres 5. That is a great list on DMAC and Reiter of the threats to the Dodgers post MLB trade deadline. Can I ask you 2 related questions?
Yeah.
1, you always get nervous when I ask you a question.
No, I'm just thinking, thankfully none of these teams traded for an Ewok.
Can I ask you 3 questions?
Yeah.
Does this sound like an Ewok to you?
Oh my God. I can't with that Ewok, dude. Yup.
Okay, is that enough? Okay.
I like it, though. I don't know why I'm into it.
What team jumped the most for you in sort of your rankings as today versus before the trade machinations and maneuvering began?
I'm going to have to say the Braves. I really am. I think you added Malley when he's right. Can be a very good starter. Suter, someone that's going to be able to help them. I think the Braves are a team that just knows how to win in the postseason. They still have a ton of talent on that team. So, I don't think there's any moves out there that are blowing my mind as far as, this team got someone that's anywhere near the equivalent to a Tarek Skubal. I think on the American League side, Tampa Bay adding Freddie Peralta, I really like that move. And, of course, that's the American League, and we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, if we get there, when we get there.
I'm going to have you cross it at least in your mind's eye, because that's my second question here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Since we're going down not a path of pessimism, but maybe just being a little pragmatic that it's not easy to win a World Series, construct for me, just Division Series, NLCS, World Series, the worst possible reasonably realistic route. Like, what's the division, what is the path that would be the most problematic for the Dodgers that would reduce by the greatest percentage for you the odds that they're going to have they're going to three-peat?
I have
Padres won, right?
I've said the Padres and the DS always.
Yeah.
Look, if the Dodgers should have lost the Padres in 2024. They could have. It took the heroics of the bullpen.
Crazy series.
The Padres had a 24-inning scoreless stretch there where their offense just died. So the Padres for sure. And I think the NLCS, like I said, I feel confident about it.
Yep.
I think the Brewers, though. The dominant starting pitching wins. The Brewers are a team I think is going to be extra motivated because they feel like, they got Skubal, we didn't. We're the small market teams. Pat Murphy, their manager, likes to call them the average Joes, right, and kind of play that up. I wouldn't be too worried about that. I think the Phillies are a team that would scare me too. But I would go Padres, Brewers,
and then American League challenger.
And then the American League, I still think, you look at some of the moves that were made. The Yankees, they got Luis Garcia Jr., they got Helio Ramos. So is that enough for that offense? And is Aaron Judge healthy? The rotations.
The Yankees don't. I'm not afraid of the Yankees.
I would still have them as my top feared team.
You would?
I would, because you got basically the Cy Young Award winner potentially and Cam Schlittler. It's a fun name to say.
I'm very anti-Yankees, though. I'm very irrationally just put out with.
Duh, Yankees lose.
So you haven't lived in New York, and you probably know this, but I didn't know this until I moved to New York. I actually don't dislike the Yankees. The Yankees fans are the worst people on earth. And the thing is, they're awesome humans. Like, many of my friends are Yankees fans. Remember the old Goofy cartoon? Have we brought this up where Goofy would be all happy, and then he would get in the car and he'd turn to a crazy person, like a psycho? That's Yankees fans. There's a guy named James Ward. What's up, James? He works at SNY in the business. He's the sweetest person I've ever met, but if you talk Yankees with him, he turns into a demon human. It's
really
weird, dude. The arrogance and just the irrational and just every Yankee is the greatest player of all time in the history of the position. Anyway, I don't like Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees fans can be very obnoxious. It's like the Simpsons episode where they're like, say the line, say the line, say the line. And then Bart says, 27 World Series, right? They always find a way to bring up 27 World Series, most of them coming when the games weren't even on TV and they were in black and white, but it's okay. That's how they roll. But I think for Yankees fans and their team, they have frontline starting pitching. And we talked about the offense for the Dodgers this year and how that's a concern. Cam Schlittler, Garrett Cole, Max Fried. That's a formidable 3-pitching superstar rotation that, hey, if they face the Dodgers again in the World Series, they've had a lot of battles throughout the years. That's the team that I definitely would fear the most. Especially get Judge back, dude.
Judge is real. I'm a big believer that the history of an organization, that the sort of collected pressure of a fan base matters. And as counterintuitive as this sounds, the Yankees are under so much pressure to get back to being a version of the Yankees that they're never going to be, that I do think even if they got to another World Series, I think that the weight of that would be a hindrance to them. I think their history is no longer a help when they get to that spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely is a question that we ask a lot in Los Angeles, right? Which of these players can handle the bright lights of L.A., being a Dodger, being a Laker, being a Ram?
They've also just learned to win.
Yeah,
Dodgers,
yeah.
Learning is something you learn. Winning is something you learn to do. I was going to say learning is something you win to do, but that would have not made any sense.
Make the T-shirt,
I'm not
baby.
an Ewok.
Make the T-shirt.
DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1, the fan, the voice of L.A. sports. Skubal finally arrives. We sort of expected this. It obviously became official on Saturday. We've been discussing it here. Not just here. We've been doing it on D. Fish and Decker, on Brock and Alex Midday in LA. James Coe's been chopping it up. But the actual debut is about 30 minutes away, and we're going to preview that for you next here on DMAC and Reiter. Just a city girl. I'm not going to say it. Welcome back into the show. You know what I was going to say, Bersh? I love this song. DMAC and Reiter.
Sopranos, Phase to Black.
Presented by... Man, do you think he died?
100%.
Yeah, me too.
Members only jacket.
It's a bad ending.
Could debate that one of these days.
Okay. DMAC and Reiter presented. Did you see me pause? DMAC and Reiter presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222. You want a little news? You want a little info as we preview the Glass Now? That's not it. The Skubal debut.
Hell yeah, hit me.
This is Glass Now. Tyler Glass Now started his rehab assignment with Class A Ontario. We're going to throw out a first pitch there.
Oh, yeah, we could do that still. We're working on it.
He today, through 2 scoreless innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, struck out 1, no walks, breezed through on just 16 pitches. Dude, if you're like a single A player and you're a single A grinder and you get that 1 hit off Glass Now, how long you living off that?
So keep the ball, baby.
How long? Yeah. Keep
the ball.
You know,
it's my moment.
It's like a Texas leaguer single.
Yeah.
Keep it.
It's like taking a picture of Glass out of a bar.
The Dodgers added catcher Hunter Fiducia to the roster, selected the contract of Ben Rortvedt, optioned Alfonso, and designated Chucky Robinson for assignment. So some machinations and moves.
That is interesting because Eliezer Alfonso actually has some experience with Tarek Skubal in Detroit. They had a connection there. He caught some bullpen sessions. So I was wondering if they would maybe keep him on the roster for that chemistry, that familiarity. But just the fact that you got Hunter Fiducia back in the system, you got Ben Rortvedt, 2 catchers that are familiar with the Dodgers pitchers, that's big. And I think, too, you put Dalton Rushing on the injured list. That tells you he's going to need some time. So I like it. I like the fact that these are 2 really true big league level catchers that are back in the fold.
Ohtani's leading off. Pages in the 2 spot. Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy in cleanup. Mookie, who is struggling, is the 5th hitter. Kyle Tucker, Teo, Edmund, Rortvedt. That is the lineup. Wow. Obviously, Skubal is the starter. And just to not making excuses, not pre-excusing, I'm very curious if you think there's any nerves for him or any sort of focus on him. But the wind is blowing out from right to left like it was yesterday toward left field. Like yesterday, 6 miles per hour. Unlike yesterday, there are gusts up to 12 miles per hour. That's not the end of the. That's not the end of the world, though.
Yeah, we'll see how that debut fares. I remember when Max Scherzer made his debut against the Houston Astros a few years ago. There was so much hype at Dodger Stadium.
This.
Yeah, it was electric. I mean, obviously, Dodgers fans are always going to bring in the booze when the Astros come to town. But he went out there. We dominated, and then you've got Tarek Skubal going up against the Cubs on the road. I kind of think that from a nerve standpoint, obviously new team, he wants to have a really, really good start and impress his teammates and just win because he's a great competitor. But I almost think that starting on the road could be a little better for Tarek Skubal. I really do. Just the fact that if you're at home, you got all the Dodgers fans there, just a little bit of a different experience. More LA media will show up. You have all those media members that'll parachute in whenever Tarek Skubal makes his first start at Dodger Stadium. So I think that this is a really good start for him. Staying in the Midwest, pitching in Chicago, it's Wrigley, the weather, the conditions, the wind, that's always a factor. But, hey, I think that I like the fact that this is another test for him, too, knowing that he's got to be the stopper. This is the Clayton Kershaw role, right? This is the, hey, we got to end this 4-game losing streak and make everyone happy if he goes out there and Skubal dominates, man. Keep my Skubal snacks, baby.
Also, you're talking about, I know it's not the end of the world, but the Dodgers are on, a 4-game losing streak. They want to have the best record in the National League when it's all said and done. The Braves aren't that far behind the Dodgers in that sort of 1, 2, 3 spot. What are the Braves? A game and a half?
Yeah, game and a half.
Game and a half. So it is cool and interesting that Skubal's got a chance to be the stopper for this team on his first outing.
Certainly. I mean, that's everything's kind of lined up.
Yeah, it really has.
For him to make a meaningful start. And the interesting thing about just big picture is, yes, the Dodgers do have a 96% chance to finish with the bye. At least that's what it says. I don't know if I love the percentage chances.
Wait, give that to me again?
So Fangraphs has the Dodgers at a 96+% chance of getting one of those first-round buys, meaning they'll finish with one of the top 2 records in the National League. I think it's kind of wild to think that the Braves are right behind them, and you got some other teams in that. That's really high.
I don't want to put words in your mouth. Are you, and I'm not asking you to disparage Fangraphs, but are you like a big Fangraphs guy in the sense of when I'm doing basketball stuff, I'm a huge basketball reference guy, unless I want to crunch my own numbers and I'm an NBA stats page guy.
Yeah, look, I'm a big Fangraphs guy just because they're really big on predictive stats and just using how hard contact or spin rate velocity can kind of predict the future. But I think that their models and things like that, they can be broken. I mean, right now they have the Dodgers at having a 26+% chance of winning the World Series. So, I mean,
that's low.
That's the thing. I mean, you look at the fact that 70% chance they won't. But Tarek Skubal in Chicago today, it's a meaningful start. And I think for himself, showing that dominance and showing Dave Roberts, hey, I'm your guy for Game 7 whenever you need me. I think that's some part of the...
He's not even remotely thinking that. He's not even... This is the thing you do, and I love it about
what
you,
I do.
Doug. I love it, DMAC, is you make a really good, bold, often incorrect, but excellent claim. And...
just like my trade package for Skubal.
But it's excellent. I think it's excellent. Oh, okay, really? This is like... That's also the other thing you do. You victory lap, and like, I got this one thing right. I got everything right. There's no way that Skubal today is thinking about how I have to impress Dave Roberts to start Game 7 of the World Series. That's the last thing from his mind.
That's
the worst take to my Ewok
just
take.
like I'm about to say, just like your Ewok, dude. I'm just
Lori
messing
wrote
around.
me like oh, you are?
Yeah,
this is my fault. Whenever you speak, I take it seriously.
Okay. Look,
I thought you were serious.
But I do think just for everyone involved, for Skubal to go out there, have a very strong start, and just see Andrew Freeman and Brandon go and say, oh, we got that. They're going to be... This almost feels to me, this feels like opening day. This is opening day energy.
I'm really excited.
I'll be honest, I feel like I've seen every Dodger game for the past billion years, and sometimes it just feels like, oh, cool, like another game. This feels
Top
like...
1%?
I don't know if I say 1% because it's not a postseason game, but probably 2%.
A regular season game.
Because I love debuts for prospects, and I love debuts for superstars after they make the trade. So I love the fact, too, this is going to reignite for all the fans out there hating on the Dodgers and saying that they ruined baseball. Hey, guess what? We get to put this superstar out on the mound and show everyone what he can do, and we'll show him what he can do in Dodger blue. So I just want to see the dude in the uniform. And now it's like those Photoshops, those jersey swaps. No, this is the real thing. It really is Tarek Skubal out there wearing a number 29 Dodgers uniform, and cannot be more excited, man. It's going to be electric in Chicago.
We have discussed this. There are some hitters who could use, the Dodgers could use kind of figuring out, turn it around. I don't know if Andy Paz belongs on this list. He's been fine. He sort of reverted back to being fine over the last month, but he hasn't been terrible. He's not been brutal. But we have obviously spent a lot of time talking today about Mookie Betts and just how poorly he has been performing offensively, going back a while. We've talked a lot about Kyle Tucker. Is there any world? I am reaching here for optimism. I mean, this is me seeing black and white, looking for a silver lining in there as I sort of scrunch my eyes together on DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1, the Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Is there any world where the Skubal arrival and the excitement of it and the energy of it maybe can reset something in Kyle Tucker? I'm not sure it's there in Mookie Betts. I think it may just be a physical decline. But if you want to throw Mookie into the conversation, by all means do it.
I think there would be a different energy for these players just because they played so much baseball, right?
Yeah, this feels different.
It just feels different. It feels big, right? It's Chicago. It's the Cubs. It's, hey, Tarek, look what I can do, right? I mean, you're going to be winning World Series with me. You're going to be competing at the highest level with me. So I definitely think all these players, especially the Mookies and the Kyle Tuckers of the world, they want to have good showings no matter what. But yeah, guess what? Believe it or not, even though they are big league games, you never take them for granted, it does probably get a little mundane for some of these guys. And this gives you that extra juice. And that's kind of one of the things I talked about before they made the trade is when you played.
These Dodgers haven't been in the American League, but there's not a huge sample size for many of these guys. But there is for Ohtani. Ohtani in his career is 1 for 9 against Tarek Skubal.
That's a great stat.
How nice for Ohtani to be like, what's up? Thank you for being on the side of the equation.
It's probably why they traded for him. They were like, hey, just like when they got
1 for 9 is
a small sample, but yeah.
It is, but it's still Shohei Ohtani.
It's Ohtani.
Well, I'm a big Ohtani guy.
As am I. Trust me, I don't think I'd be here without him. But I would say, what was that one hit, though? Was it a homer? Was it double? Was it triple?
It does not say here, and so I'm going to assume. Let me see if I can get into the box scores.
Yeah, because I mean, that's the thing. That's why I was getting a little too recency bias on my list of top 5 NL contenders, but the Cubs are a team that I was even thinking about having at number 2 because of some of those matchups, and also
game-winning ground rule double.
You know what's funny? I wish
That's amazing.
I
Dude.
wish you had just asked me to guess which it was.
Were you there?
No, I was not even close. I mean, I wonder how close I get to a ground rule double. I think I probably would have got double pretty quickly, but game-winning ground rule double is awesome. I have to pull up that video and watch that game a little later. But the Dodgers have
What's crazy, folks, is he will do that.
Yeah.
No, you.
So funny. It's not about me. But
Freddie Freeman 1 for 6. The one hits a home run.
Freddie 1 for 6.
Yeah.
It's a positive.
Here's some breaking news for you, for Doug. Skubal can pitch, bro.
Breaking news. He's a superstar Cy Young level pitcher. Now, the Dodgers have lost 5 of their last 6 games at Wrigley, which is kind of wild too. And they've scored runs, but they've given up a lot of runs in Wrigley. I mean, yesterday they lose 10-5. April, they lost 7-6. I mean, tonight, you want to see, it's great to have an actual starting pitcher that should have the ability to shut down that Cubbies lineup.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1, the Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Another receiver got paid. Another opportunity for DMAC to look me in the eye and be like, bro, wake up on your Puka take. That's next on DMAC and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That is calldowntown.com. We have a very cool giveaway in 12 minutes or so. Stay tuned for that. We also have a very cool debut in 12 minutes. Tarek Skubal will have you covered on that when that game gets underway at Wrigley, which you love. I mischaracterized your Wrigley. You called it the 5th best ballpark in baseball.
Yeah, I think 5's okay.
I don't think it's okay, but it's not 17, which is what I said. And I apologize.
Where's it for you? Number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been. It's Wrigley 1, Dodger Stadium 2. I have not been to Fenway.
Really?
Yeah. So that's like I kind of need to. But everything I've heard is that it's Dodger Stadium, Wrigley Field, Fenway in some order. Those three are basically Kareem, LeBron, Jordan.
I'll tell you why Wrigley's so overrated. Do you know how many World Series have been won at Wrigley Field?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
0.
What does that have to do with anything?
You can't. I just don't feel the lore.
You haven't won a macaroni award. I think you're an amazing radio host.
That's going to change after that Ewok thing.
Sure.
I should be a part of that segment, right? I'll collect mine.
Is that what's going to bring it?
Yeah. No. Was it again? Do it.
He has it on tape.
That's hilarious. I can listen to that all day, dude.
I hear it one more time.
Oh my God.
So bad. And Lori wrote me WTF. Here's what's up, babe. Have I told her my babe thing? Lori won't let me call her babe anymore because she doesn't like it, and I've been calling her babe for 20 years, so I refuse. That's what I'm going to call you. So I'll be in public. Hey, babe, can you pass me and she'll get mad at me. And
Really?
You can get mad all you want.
That's interesting.
You know, you call me Bill for the last 20 years. If I came home and said, call me William, and you just couldn't get used to it, that's the deal.
Wow.
I think I'm on the side of right on this.
Yeah. I think, hey, man, babe, the babe is such a cliche one.
Okay. I'm not asking for your judgment on my term of affection for my special lady friend,
Okay.
Lebowski.
That's funny.
It's just what we, All
Yeah.
right, I feel surrounded. Let's do NFL report.
It's time for the latest headlines on and off the gridiron. It's DMAC and Reiter's NFL report.
All right, what's up, guys?
I was wondering were you what's that? Are you an Ewok guy?
The Ewoks were fun.
Ewok was a fail? Was that a fail noise?
they were fine. They were fun.
No, my noise.
Oh, your noise.
Yeah.
It's,
Was that a
yeah. It's a solid attempt. I'm not gonna bash you for it, but I do remember that the yub or the however they say.
They're cute little teddy bear looking dudes.
we know what an Ewok is.
I know.
Hey guys, another wide receiver got paid today. Zay Flowers got a 4-year, $140 million extension. His $35 million annually puts him tied for 4th among wide receivers, making as much as Justin Jefferson annually.
Yeah, Zay Flowers, he's a stud. He really is.
Yeah, but he's not. That's a lot of money, dude, for Flowers.
That's a lot. 36.9% of his team's receiving yards. That was just behind Jackson Smith and Jigba, by the way. Puka's at 36.4%. And it was his first year of eligibility in that standpoint, so they want to get a deal done.
They gave him his flowers.
They gave Zay his flowers, and they gave him a bag, baby. He got paid. Give Zay his flowers. I love it, man. That was good stuff. Boston College product right there.
I love it, man. Good stuff. Here's more of what I wrote down. Once again, you haven't memorized.
No, I think for me with
Do you buy that team as a contender this year?
the Ravens,
Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of question marks.
I do.
New
I think.
coach.
Look, a contender in the AFC. I like the new coach vibe. Lamar Jackson, I think, is still in his prime. You got King Henry, Jack.
What prime?
You don't think so? You don't like it?
I think he's really good at winning MVPs and then not winning playoff games.
I still think that he's due for that special.
I hope so. I like
season.
the guy. Like he's fun to watch play.
It's so funny you mentioned your wife. It was a couple of weeks ago, and I looked sad. And my wife was like, "Why you look sad right now?" And I told her, I was like, I don't think Lamar Jackson's ever going to win a Super Bowl.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you're right, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a Lamar Jackson guy. I
he's
love
not
Lamar.
going to. I don't think either.
I don't think he is either, and it kind of bugs me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a him thing.
Yeah,
That's been a him thing.
But I also think too, I think you need the perfect system around him, and
because of a him thing.
he's still so talented, though.
This is the thing I find really interesting about you, and this is not at all a put down. It's just you are seduced by talent, and I am too. But trying to talent is not everything, and I think you are so impressed by it and aware of it, and you're frustrated when guys can't translate that to the actual thing that matters most, which is winning a championship.
Yeah, but I mean, look, Lamar Jackson's career is not over. The dude's just 29. You're
just
trying to
told
write
me
his.
that you were sad and your wife saw your depression because you know he's not going to win a Super Bowl. I'm just having a conversation based on your world.
But he can get to one. That's the hope too.
You
so
happy again?
And if he does, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, multi-time MVP award winner.
Was he smiling?
No.
Okay.
Well, Myles Garrett sat out practice for 3 straight days. Sean McVay talked with the media about this yesterday.
He has a little soreness in his lower half, but he's nothing to worry about. So we're erring on the side of being smart with him. Reggie and those guys do such a great job, and he is as tough as it gets. And so we want to make sure that he feels as good as possible. And
Gee, you should have traded for Max Crosby. He'd actually be playing. Now, of course, I'm only kidding. Great to see the Rams err on the side of caution. Great to hear Sean McVay talk about Myles Garrett and the Rams. It still is sinking in. I mean,
Yeah, it's barely August. Much ado about nothing. Everything is good. Let's get AD back.
Let's get AD back, and let's also show how superstars get treated in this organization, right? They're not forcing Aaron Donald to come back, go through training camp. Myles Garrett, if he's a little nicked up, if he's a little sore, hey, you're good. We know what you look like when you're fully healthy. So this is how the Rams do things, too, just as far as this part of the year. Yes, you want to develop and you want to get guys reps, but they also know that you got to get your superstars as fully healthy as possible and get Myles Garrett on the field when it matters most, and that is when the regular season begins.
Hey guys, Rashawn Slater was seen going to the medical tent today after the team's first period of 11-on-11s.
Yeah, Rashawn, look, the injury bug, you don't want to see it, right? Especially this time of year. For someone like a Rashawn Slater and his career, hopefully if it's a nothing. Of course, that Chargers team, they're going to need him. I mean, it feels like they've had that injury bug. They've been cursed. Joe Alt last year, I think he played just in 5 games. So their success is going to be largely hinged on the improvement of that offensive line. No one got more pressure last year than Justin Herbert. So, yeah, for Rashawn Slater, hopefully he's okay.
It's early. There's lots of time, but it's just a reminder that more than any other sport, success in the NFL is predicated first and foremost on not having injuries take your season down, which it'll happen to a team or two every single season. And one of those teams will be the Bengals.
Yeah.
And major football news here, guys. USC and Notre Dame have renewed their rivalry. They have scheduled 4 games against one another starting in 2030 with back-to-back season openers.
All right, you ready for my not very popular on an island take on this? The fact that we have to wait till 2030, the fact that we're in a time where this can happen, it pisses me off about the sport. And the greed and the selfishness and the fact that the people in charge sometimes, look, you got to make money, you got to all this stuff. I got all the reasons. Fans matter too. And if you have a tradition that's a real thing, it should never be stopped in the first place. And a renewal isn't going to be celebrated because I get to wait 4 years for it.
Yeah, that's a downer. I mean, that's kind of how college football and future schedules play out, where you have these games lined up and it feels like it's 10, 15 years down the road. This case, it's 2030. I know their fan bases, there's a lot of tension between Notre Dame and USC because it was, who backed down? Who didn't want to play the game? There was some talk that Lincoln Riley was being soft about it and that Lincoln Riley was trying to duck the Irish to try to improve their chances of making it to the college football playoff. But good news is the game's back. Bad news, we have to wait for so long for it to get back in. I think there's some rumors that 2030 game is going to be at the Coliseum, so maybe it's in L.A. before it's in South Bend.
You want to go with me?
I'm down.
Now that we're best friends?
Hey, let's get it.
I know I'll see you in 4 years.
I'll rock some Notre Dame gear as a UCLA fan.
That's pretty funny.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm down.
Joe Theismann jersey.
By the way, speaking of which, not to live program this, do we ever want to have Joe on? He'll come on anytime.
Down.
All right. You gonna be nice to him?
I will.
Okay.
Last one here. Tony Romo has been placed on administrative leave at CBS.
Why? Just oh, no. This is by the way, first and foremost, drinking and driving is not acceptable. There's obviously allegations of that. We've seen a video. It's not particularly encouraging. I'm not making light of it. It's a serious offense if the allegations are true. What a boon for CBS Sports. This guy is awful at his job. I think he's awful in the booth, dude. The moment this guy skipped one of his games to go play in some golf tournament, I was like, what are you doing paying this guy millions and millions of dollars a year? Either do the job or don't do the job.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, when is that further notice, though? Is it week 1? I mean, does he come back? I'm very curious to see if he comes back at any point and what that relationship looks like. Because when it really started, he was getting a lot of love. Like, people really love the idea, like, oh, he can predict a play, this and that. I wasn't big on it. I think he's gotten better. I'm not the biggest Tony Romo, Jim Nantz guy. I'm not.
I don't think he's very. But this is the other thing. This is pure speculation. I've never been around the two of them at the same time. I don't think they like each other. And I think you can hear it. I don't think Nantz likes Romo. And I have nothing to go on other than being a person listening who has done some broadcasting. Obviously, never at that level. No, I'm not comparing myself to LeBron James. I'm just saying that, like, you know, like, so I don't think it's a good combo, man. This is a chance for I think, for CBS to just pull the Band-Aid.
Yeah, I think they got Watt in there. That'll be pretty interesting. But
he's good.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a Dallas Cowboys quarterback, and he's got that cachet to him. But I'm with you. I think Jim Nantz is like, all right, bro, a little overkill on the prediction stuff.
I could not agree more. DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1, the fan, the voice of LA Sports. We are monitoring Tarek Skubal, his debut. We're on that. We're also going to go through quarterback tiers next here on DMAC and Reiter. of this Tuesday edition of DMAC and Reiter, which is presented, like every hour of DMAC and Reiter, by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. We are monitoring Tarek Skubal's debut for the Dodgers against the Cubs at Wrigley Field, the beloved place that Doug celebrates. Their entire catalog, we'll keep you updated. That has not, first pitch has not happened yet. It's coming here in just a little bit. What are you writing down now? Whenever I'm talking and I take a little shot, you write something down.
Oh, no, that was just a coincidence.
My feelings are hurt. Okay.
It's literally number 54.
What's it for?
How many sacks Justin Herbert took last year?
Okay. You're getting deep in
no,
the data.
I'm not kidding.
I should be looking at your info. I'm sorry. That's a fail by me.
No, it's fine. It's cool.
Before we get into this NFL talk and these this really, what's that? Oh, sorry, giveaway. Drive Reiter. My bad. This is a great giveaway. And so we work, the folks here in promotions at the cluster here, the Odyssey cluster here in LA, a big part of 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, the new 97.1 The Fan, work really hard to come up with cool stuff. This one's awesome. So call in right now. Now you got to time it right because Burge, don't start answering the phone until after I hang up, okay? Or after I get done reading this to try to time it a little bit. It's 855-975-2326. A lot of people called in yesterday. 855-975-2326. And you call in right now to receive, Doug, you ready? A 4-pack of tickets to Wild Rivers Water Park in Irvine. Beat the heat for less with affordable summer fun at Wild Rivers Park. Over 25 attractions for all ages. They've got multiple kiddie zones for younger guests, thrill rides like Aquaconda and Boomerango, lazy river, wave pool, cabanas, so much more. Make a day of it. Expanded food and beverage options keep the whole family fueled for fun. Lowest ticket prices available at wildrivers.com. That's wildrivers.com. Call number 4 right now to get a 4-pack of tickets to Wild Rivers Water Park in Irvine. Hell yeah, dude. I love water parks are the freaking. You went to one recently.
Water parks.
This is the best one out there, dude. This one's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really,
I want to go to that one.
It's real. We'll go.
Do they have the one? I know a lot of the water parks these days, they don't have the one that goes straight down. Just like
oh yeah.
It's kind of scary. Your back kind of.
I don't like that.
Yeah. I
don't want to be airborne.
Really?
Not while I'm. Once I sort of, I see the water.
Oh yeah.
To catch me.
Yeah.
Are you? All right. So I'm a big Lake Tahoe guy. And I love finding a good just rock to jump off, a little rock jumping.
Yeah.
And go higher and higher and higher. I don't like heights. I like to test the fear.
Yeah, Lake Tahoe's great, dude.
Lake Tahoe's really good. Lake Tahoe, man. You're never hungry.
Let's talk about quarterbacks. No, Lake Tahoe's really good. I used to know someone there had a compound in Lake Tahoe. Yeah.
Really?
Michael Corleone. Yeah.
Okay, stop doing the okie dokie thing.
I got to the Spider-Man earlier. I felt bad.
I actually do know somebody that has a compound.
Really?
There. Yeah.
Wow.
Michael Corleone. See how that feels?
Oh, that hurts.
See, that doesn't feel good.
Stick.
It doesn't. It was your own joke at you.
I know.
I just pulled a you.
Wasn't ready for it.
Yeah. All right. So, The Athletic surveyed 50 executives and NFL coaches to rank the 35 veteran QBs who are out there. So this is not Mendoza. This is not someone who hasn't played. And they have it in 4 tiers. If you remember, you can't play this game. But if you don't remember, before we get into sort of where Stafford and Justin Herbert are and Kirk Cousins, do you remember who's last?
In the entire sport?
No, yeah, on this list. So it's 1 to 35. It is a tally of votes by anonymous NFL executives and coaches ranking the 35 quarterbacks who are not rookies in the National Football League.
So I didn't really go to the end of this list.
Good. So I want you to guess.
Okay, I would say.
Who do you think they consider the worst quarterback in football?
It's a good one. Josh Rosen's out of the league, unfortunately.
You and I are both Rosen believers, right?
Yeah, that one hurt me.
It hurt me too.
Is Jador Sanders?
Yes.
Is it him?
Did
as
you
the
really
worst?
just pull that?
That's my guess.
That's a great. Can we get a? Well, he's screening and doing stuff.
That was my guess.
That's hella impressive.
Yeah, he had a rough year, rookie season, and he's on the Browns,
and he's not very good.
He's not that great of a quarterback. So that'd be my first one. Who else we got on there though?
You want to keep going like on the bottom?
On the bottom.
You want to go second last?
Second to last.
This one's hard.
Is it?
I mean, it's J.J. McCarthy. I was going
to say J.J. McCarthy. I really was.
Okay.
Was it J.J. McCarthy?
It was.
Oh, it was? Okay.
All right, so here's tier 1. And I
how many are in it?
There's 4. You already know the answer.
Yeah, I really did not go through this
Where do you think?
thoroughly.
All right, where do you think Matthew Stafford is, and where do you think he belongs? So 1 to 4 is one tier. 5 to 17 is another tier. That's a long tier. I think 6 to 17 are basic, and everyone in between is interchangeable. But there are 5 extraordinary quarterbacks by most metrics, which means someone got disrespected here.
So there's 5 in tier 1.
There are 4 in tier 1.
4 in tier 1. So I'll guess the tier 1, I would say Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and then Stafford.
So the guy who's left out of tier 1 by these NFL executives and coaches is Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's not in tier
Love it.
1?
I love it.
You said that. You set me up, didn't you?
I didn't.
I feel like you did.
You brought Lamar Jackson up earlier.
That's a good point. Maybe I set myself up.
Yeah, I didn't. What do you mean I set you up?
For me to feel disappointed about Lamar
I set
Jackson.
you up in the sense that I'm often right and you're often wrong. We talk sports together every day. But like
The opposite is true. Is that your hope, Riv Ryan? For Terry Skubal. No, but that's interesting. They have him out. I mean, he's one of the top odds for the MVP.
I actually think their order is exactly right. You ready for their order?
I want to hear it.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford. I think that's right. Joe Burrow at 4 and then Lamar Jackson at 5. I think Burrow is a guy. He's the anti-Justin Herbert for me. I 100% trust him and believe in him. He's just always hurt, dude.
He is
always injured.
When he's on the field, he's
Right.
top 5. But part of the skill, part of the value is your ability to be available. And he's taken a lot of hits last couple of seasons. He's been roughed up, but he just has not been able to stay on the field. When it comes to reading defenses and making all the right throws, Joe Burrow is certainly
Arm
up there.
talent,
Though.
pressure situations. I lied to you, by the way. Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford are tied at 2. Excuse me. So it's Mahomes 1, Allen and Stafford 2. Tied. I think that's right. I still think Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. If you have to build a list, if I had to because if I had to put their list together myself, I'm putting Mahomes 1 on that list.
Yeah, I'm not, it's like trying to debate who's the best shooter outside of Steph Curry, right? Like he's
right.
truly that guy. I mean, I love to argue. I'm not going to argue with that point because he's truly generational and he's still in his prime. So I'm not going to argue against that one. I think that for me, I still think when you look at how well of a thrower of the football he is, just the physical size of him, how mobile he is, I think you can make a pretty strong argument that Josh Allen deserves consideration right behind Mahomes.
I agree, and I think many people agree with you. And by the way, he is tied for second with Stafford. Stafford is the reigning MVP. And so when you start to get into GOAT arguments or greatest in this individual moment arguments, which is what we're doing here on DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. And by the way, Skubal has not debuted yet. The Dodgers are still up in their sort of portion of the first inning. When you get into that, it's incremental, right? At least on this list. What is your confidence level that a year from now, with age and wear and tear, Stafford will still be on this sort of top 4 or at least whatever tier 1 is? Because we've seen they're not the same level of quarterback. We've seen age come for Aaron Rodgers is the same level of quarterback. We've seen age come for Aaron Rodgers very quickly. We've seen he was a multi-time MVP and then he wasn't. Obviously, the injury at the Jets was significant to that. Kirk Cousins, I'm not pretending he's in an Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford level, but he was significantly impressive, at least in the regular season with Minnesota, and then it was just over. Again, I guess injury had a part to do with that, but that's sort of an age thing. What is your confidence level if Stafford has the same passion to be in the NFL a year from now, that he is still a Tier 1 quarterback a year entering next season?
I think it's extremely high. I really do. I mean, when you look at what he needs to do to be successful, he's not like a Russell Wilson from back in the day where it's, okay, a lot of my game is predicated on being able to complete the deep ball. He processes defenses at such a high rate. All he has to do is give him a split second of daylight, and he's flicking that wrist, and he's getting receivers in great spots. So I think for Stafford, really the difference is, will the offense with 13 personnel go into more heavy tight end sets? Is that going to give him more protection to avoid big hits? And then also Puka Nacua, it does look like I'm going to be taking an L on that one, and he might not sign a preseason extension. And what I think that will do is give you the most hungry version of Puka Nacua to want to go out there and have the best year. And will Devontae Adams, who there was a big slide in his game as far as just contested catches and things like that. He led the league in touchdowns, and he helped him in the red zone. But I think for Stafford, he's someone that can do all of his damage in a 10 to 20 yard range And I don't think that's going to go away. You're going to see those ridiculous no-look passes, those crossbody throws. So he doesn't need to use his mobility. He doesn't need to get yards on the ground. So I think if he's healthy, I think he's got a couple, at least 2 more elite seasons in him.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Many of you in the chat love that I keep repeating that, so I'll just keep telling you in case you just showed up. Somebody got all mad. Morons!
When you keep saying the 97.1 The Fan?
Yeah.
My friends love it.
People don't understand, and that's fine. The guy, Jeff, probably isn't, is having trouble keeping up, and that's okay. We can slow it down for him a little bit. That people that watch on the stream are consuming one way. People on the radio are coming and going sometimes. When I get on the radio, even the shows that on this station, and they don't make this mistake, but if they did, I get annoyed. I'd like to know who's talking. I'd like to know who the guest is. I'd like to know that that's Doug McCain. I'd like to know what I'm listening to. So that's how that works, Jeff. Okay, so that is tier 1, and I think we agree. Mahomes 1, Josh Allen and Stafford tied at 2, Joe Burrow 4. Even if we might mix the order up a little bit, it's reasonable. You don't think it's reasonable that Lamar Jackson is the first person in tier 2, and I get it. I actually think it's probably wrong, but it makes me kind of laugh because I don't trust Lamar Jackson. When we're in January, I totally trust him the rest of the season.
That hurts. I mean, that hurts, but it does. You when you list the other quarterbacks that are in front of him, you understand why. Because he hasn't been the same productive quarterback that we've seen when they dominate the regular season in Baltimore versus when he has a moment or two where there's a lapse in the playoffs. So I think that's really the big question is all those other guys, it feels like, okay, we can win a Super Bowl in a traditional system, whereas Lamar Jackson, it's, hey, can you win a Super Bowl in the system they run in Baltimore? I think that's the key difference.
So we're going to just, for this conversation, we're going to just remove Lamar Jackson. There are, in tier 2, after Lamar Jackson, there are 6 to 17. There are a lot of guys.
In tier, there's how many?
Number 6 to number 17. There are 11 dudes who, no, that's not, yeah, there are 11 dudes who are in that tier. Would you like to guess where Justin Herbert is between 6 and 17? He is in tier 2, somewhere between 6 and 17.
He should be higher, but based on the tone of your voice, feels like you think he's low, so I'm going to say 8.
He is number 6. Joseph.
6.
I would never put him that high.
Okay.
Well, I say that. This is the order. Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Drake May, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield is tied for 4. I think Baker's super low. Sam Darnold, that guy, I don't even think he'll ever win a Super Bowl. Oh, that's right. That's pretty low too, dude. Trevor Lawrence, that's all.
Trevor Lawrence is
execution. Where? He's 16.
That is low for Trevor Lawrence.
Hurts, 17.
Where's Goff?
Goff is 8.
That's high for Goff, in my eyes.
I think. That's
but these are execs, though, right? These are execs and
coaches.
And coaches.
Lawrence is 16. Herbert is 6. You could switch them, and I would be okay with it. I think these guys are all very interchangeable or debatable. I think Caleb Williams obviously has a high ceiling. I don't know how much we've discussed this. And I'm a Bears fan. I have serious doubts about Caleb.
I do too, but I think that he's still young enough and has flashed hard enough when he's been really good as far as making off-platform throws, showing the ability to extend plays.
That's all that he does. So if you go into last year, his success is almost entirely at the end of games, high pressure, almost like you're building backward. High pressure moments when the bleep hits the fan, when it's jazz and not classical, when it's not a set sort of series of plays and it's not Ben Johnson's plan, it's just, oh my God, we're in the fog of war. Caleb Williams is amazing. But Ben Johnson will create 10 or 15 or 20 set plays with sort of optionality as the first and second quarter unfold. And if you go back and watch, Caleb Williams couldn't execute that offense.
And that's the thing about Caleb Williams is can he make the intermediate throws in the pocket. He's one of those guys when it comes to one of those 99 percentile throws where he's extending the play and he's making an off-balance throw. Yeah, that's almost where it feels like he's most comfortable at, but it's the consistency and just being a quarterback on every single down I think is going to be the difference for Caleb Williams.
Skubal struck out PCA first at bat.
Let's go.
It's a pretty good start.
Outside of hitting him and plunking him, that's probably the best thing he could have done for Dodgers fans.
DMAC and Reiter on the 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. By the way, congratulations to John in Pasadena. You won a 4-pack of tickets to Wild Rivers. Beat the heat for less with affordable summer fun at Wild Rivers Water Park in Irvine. Lowest ticket prices available at wildrivers.com. That is wildrivers.com. Is there anybody here? So again, this is the order. It's tier 2 is Lamar Jackson 5. We're just kind of putting him aside. Justin Herbert 6. Dak Prescott 7. Drake May and Jared Goff tied at 8. Jordan Love at 10. Tied at 11 is Brock Purdy and Caleb Williams. 13 is Jaden Daniels. 14 is Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. 16 is Trevor Lawrence. 17 is Jalen Hurts. Is there any person there that you'd really want to ride to put high? I'm not a Justin Herbert believer. I need to see it to believe it now. We're deep enough. I need him to win something.
Yeah, look, I think that Justin Herbert, you can make the case that he should be the top of that
nice
second tier.
Who did?
Pahez.
Nice little defensive play.
There we go.
Little Skubal, appreciate you clap.
Little Andy Pahez in the mix doing his thing. But yeah, I would say Trevor Lawrence is a guy that I think should be higher on the list. I think that Justin Herbert, when you look at last year, they had like 18 offensive line combinations. He was pressured more than any quarterback in the National Football League. 54 sacks, as you can see in my notes here.
I'm sorry.
With my click here.
It's my bad.
54 sacks taken. So the dude was on the run, and I think the thing about Justin Herbert is when he scrambles and tries to hit checkdowns, it just doesn't work for him. So I think that having Mike McDaniel, a competent offensive line, it's going to unlock things. Like the goal for Justin Herbert should be at the end of this season to be a top 4 quarterback. I mean, there's a world where Justin Herbert...
The goal for me should be 6'6". What are you talking about?
You don't think it's possible for Justin Herbert to be a top 4 quarterback at the end of the season?
No.
I disagree. I think
I'm ahead of Mahomes, Allen, Stafford,
not ahead.
Burrow.
Not ahead. I'm saying low on that list. I think the top 3...
To be top 4, you have to go ahead of one of those guys. That's how the math works.
There's a world where Justin Herbert could be on the level of Matthew Stafford, I think,
who does he,
in the regular season.
Who does he bump?
He's
going to bump somebody.
Mahomes is a lock, right?
Mahomes a lock. Josh
Allen's
lock.
pretty much a lock. But
Stafford's a lock, health allowing. Joe Burrow's a lock.
See, I don't think. I think the only locks there. I think the only true locks there are Mahomes and Allen. Outside of that, I mean, you look at the rest of that list.
1, 2, 3 inning. Nice little scoop at first. Not a great throw by Mookie, who you told me defensively is the greatest shortstop of all time.
Not a good throw.
It was not a good throw.
Well, you know why? Because he probably still has a perfect game going. So. Probably was a little shaky there.
Yeah, it was. Tells you everything you need to know about Mookie.
About Marcus Lynn Betts.
Was he bringing that back? I like the old stuff. The old stuff's new again.
A little throwback, right?
All right, DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Jeff in the chat, that's the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. It's DMAC and Reiter. It's DMAC and Reiter, Jeff. Tier 3 is 18 to 28. Tier 4 is 29 to 35. Would you like to guess where the Raiders' starting quarterback for the first 1 to 6 weeks, Kirk Cousins, is located? This is not easy because you have 18 to 35, basically. Do you want to guess tier 3 or 4?
No, I love all this stuff.
Okay.
So I think Kirk Cousins, I mean, they had Geno Smith last year.
I see him the way that I used to see Eric Lauer.
Okay.
That's my personal view. I'm not saying
you're not a big Kirk Cousins guy.
No.
I think he's great for what they need him to be, but I would say 24.
That's a really good guess. 28. Last one in tier 3. Right there between Tua and Malik Willis.
Ah, jeez.
Rough, dude.
I think I'm high on Malik Willis, by the way.
Bo Nix is 18, which I think is interesting because I'm not a big Bo Nix believer.
Neither am I.
Aaron Rodgers, 19. CJ Stroud, 20.
Aaron Rodgers should be 1.
Yeah, for you. Daniel Jones, 21. Bryce Young, 22. Kyler Murray, 23. I am actually really interested in what he can do with the Vikings and with that coach and with that system and situation.
Yeah, I'm bullish on the year that he can have, too. I mean, it was a terrible situation in Arizona. You go to Minnesota.
He was also an awful quarterback.
He was bad. He was definitely bad, but he has got everything to prove, and I think he's in a great spot in Minnesota to prove, hey, I got Justin Jefferson. I got a great receiving coordinator. I got a great offensive mind.
If he can't do it there, bro, get him out. I would never trust him to start again. Not out of the league.
He's going to be a professional Call of Duty gamer there if he can't get it done.
Are you good at Call of Duty?
I'll hit you with some COD.
Never played it.
Well, let's play it. I like that.
Okay.
I like the fact that you didn't play. I play. Maybe I'll have a pretty good advantage. Yeah,
wow, you broke that down. Jackson Dart at 24. Cam Ward at 25. And then the list. Who cares? It goes on and on and on.
It's a pretty decent list by them.
Tua Tagovailoa, Kirk Cousins, Malik Willis, Geno Smith, Deshaun Watson, 31, Michael Penix Jr., Jacoby Brissett, J.J. McCarthy, and as you noted, as you guessed, as you crushed, you planted your flag of excellence, you predicted it, you knew, Shedeur Sanders, 35.
Wow, so he was actually the very bottom.
Very, very bottom.
Where was Justin Fields?
He is not on there.
Is he not on there?
No.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't.
Rough times for Justin Fields.
It's not easy for him.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I'm really interested in by the way, the Justin Herbert thing, the doubt is not certainty. I haven't seen it. He's like he's an older version of Trevor Lawrence. I get the talent. Trevor Lawrence, I actually had a better season last year. But there's always flashes with Trevor Lawrence.
There are. But Justin Herbert he's a better pocket passer. He really is. Like, if you go throw for throw, Justin Herbert is there with any of them. He really is. I mean, you can even include Patrick Mahomes as far as just in the pocket, throw for throws, accuracy, how strong his arm is. I think for him, he's just probably a little gun-shy, too, about just everything he's had to deal with this organization. We're just having to go to war with these offensive line injuries, and they're basically turnstiles, and he needs just a better situation. So I think that Herbert, I feel like this is the year that he really takes the big step forward. He just got engaged to Madison Beer. She got her ring.
How'd they meet? You know, you're very invested in this story, and I love your concern for Justin Herbert's sort of mental, emotional well-being so he can play at a higher level. How do they meet?
It's a good question. I mean, maybe I really don't know the answer to that, but I'm sure that maybe a dating app. It feels like all the kids these days, I met on a dating app.
There's a dating app for like very famous and rich people. A buddy of mine got on there.
Really?
Yeah, and I met one. I bumped into him in Manhattan Beach once, and he and his date were actually. He's not even a buddy. He's a guy that I know. I don't even like him. Hope he's not listening. They were walking.
It says right here
from Arthur J. And he was I'm like, how'd you meet? And she's like, I got into and whatever.
And that was that. Interesting.
But she was bragging about she was on the app.
That's how it gets
on
down.
an app to meet rich dudes.
That is
question mark?
It's a dirty game. It's a crazy game. It says right here, Madison Beer and Justin Herbert first sparked public dating rumors in August of 2025. So they were photographed together at a music video shoot, but did they meet for the first time there? Probably not.
That's not the answer to my question.
Well, that was the answer. I mean, that's what
you got me all excited.
Oh,
it says here for the first time that People Magazine wrote about it. It was last August.
We gotta. I gotta get a credential to Chargers camp and ask him that question. I think he would love that.
Kyle Tucker's up, so after he strikes out, we'll come back and do the mailbag here on DMAC and Reiter.
Hit a homer, prove him wrong.
Welcome back into the show, DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group. That's DMAC on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. Oh, this is funny. So just before the break, Doug and I had this exchange. Kyle Tucker's up, so after he strikes out, we'll come back and do the mailbag here on DMAC and Reiter.
Hit a homer, prove wrong.
From your lips to God's ears to Kyle Tucker's bat, because the moment we said, listen to these wonderful messages from some of our sponsors here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports, Kyle Tucker hit a home run.
Yeah, Kyle Tucker, somehow, some way, he's listening to the show when he's at the plate. I don't know if he has an earpiece in or something like that, but he got the memo. He understood the assignment. He crushed one. So good to see Kyle Tucker silence some boos against his old team in Wrigley.
Also, you made the point that you think you think he plays best when he's pissed off?
I do. I think that the way that just think about it. I mean, after we said that he wasn't at his locker, he went on that little stretch. When he gets called out, I feel like players like Kyle Tucker, you don't need extra motivation.
He just made a sliding catch?
He did.
I haven't seen him run this year, I don't think.
Let's have a strong finish, man. And another thing, we talked about a little,
you can
maybe
turn it around.
The vibes. I can see, I'm looking at this game on your phone. I can feel the vibes are a little different
That's
here.
a good catch,
It was a great catch. What happened to Kyle Tucker?
Whoa.
Kyle Tucker, man. Where has this guy been all season long? Hitting home runs,
Never
making
doubted
diving
him.
catches. Maybe Tarek Skubal is like the Kyle Tucker whisperer.
I know you can't report things that aren't true because the wasn't at his chair, his locker thing is true, but it's too bad we can't just to help the Dodgers, report something like no one likes him, and just like really get aggressive with it.
Yeah, hey, whatever it takes, man, to stoke the flames, pour some gas on the fire right there. By the way, my wife did text me and she said the dating app is Raya.
That's correct.
Yeah,
you're right.
That's got to be a little weird, right?
So she knew that right off the bat.
So she knew that right away.
She knows what the kids are doing.
Yeah,
They're not really kids, but yeah.
Yeah.
The one lady I met was really, and then should I
So
tell
just for rich people.
Should I tell this story in the air? So I bumped into this guy, and he and his date, it was like midnight. I was walking back from a dinner. He's like, come on, hang out, have some wine. So then we sat there awkwardly, and then he would go get more wine, and she would tell me how they had this amazing connection, and they were going to always be together. And then she would leave to get herself a glass, and he'd be like, bro, I'm dating 9 women. And it just went on and on like this for an hour, and I couldn't get out of there.
That's wild.
They had very different perceptions of what had happened, the connection they had made on Raya.
So how do you even get on Raya?
I think you have to
do you have to show a bank statement?
I think you do. I think there's this guy has a lot of money. This is a Manhattan Beach guy. Has a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the? I kind of like. It'd be more fun to be on the opposite one.
What do you think?
The broker you are.
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Yeah, that's what. I swiped.
It's called marriage. Yeah. I love you, Laurie. All right, you want a little mailbag?
Yeah, let's hit it.
We gotta get imaging for the mailbag one of these days. Do you want to try what it should sound like?
DMAC and Reiter mailbag.
Mike D 1463 writes, Robo is 11-3. I mean, come on, guys. 2 horrible starts don't define his season. We wouldn't be in first place without him. Not even close. Reasonable point. Although it has been 2 straight. It has been 2 straight outings where he's been destroyed. You did make the pitch tipping point earlier.
Yeah, that would be a positive thing, right? That would point to something specifically, because the home run balls are just very concerning. It has been batting practice when he's been out there in his last couple of starts. And I think the thing about Justin Robleski, though, is don't want to get too into the weeds on some of the advanced numbers and things like that, but he's posted a 3.31 ERA this year, a 3.31 ERA. That's very good. That's all-star level ERA, but his expected ERA, which is based on quality of contact, how hard opposing batters hit the ball off of him and things like that, the expected ERA is 4.52. So anytime you see a big gap from the ERA that he has posted and the expected ERA, that tells you that regression monster is going to come, and it looks like it has arrived.
Do you want to, this is a mailbag from Bill Reiter to you and to Bursch. You guys ready? You guys ready for this mailbag? My buddy, who actually works in the sports media, flown in, wants to get a dinner. He's in Santa Monica. Obviously, I'm here. What's the general area we should meet halfway? Culver City's not halfway for him, is it? It's real close for me.
Shit up Cody Decker. He lives in Santa Monica.
Yeah, I would hit Cody up, but he might be, I don't want to bother him when he's off the air.
I would say, man, Sepulveda, right? You just mentioned that. Could you do Sepulveda area? That's not that.
I mean, Sepulveda's a really busy street. There's a long street that goes to man.
Wait, talk about Century City.
Yeah.
Century City.
I think he's winning. Well, that's pretty close.
Is Century City, Beverly Hills? I think I can drive. Is Beverly Hills kind of?
Beverly Hills works.
Is that halfway?
There's a Cheesecake Factory there you go to.
You been to LA before? I'm bad at geography, dude. I'm so bad at geography.
I mean,
I think Beverly Hills is kind of like Beverly Hills, Century City kind of area, right? That's not a bad little vibe. West Hollywood's probably out of the way for both of us. So I love West Hollywood. I just want to drive over there.
You want to hit up WeHo? Just have him come to you, man.
No, he's gotta get an Uber or something too.
How west is he in Santa Monica? Is he by the beach?
I don't know.
It's a factor. There's more to
probably.
this.
He's got a fancy schmancy job.
Oh, he does? Okay,
Yeah.
so he's probably near the beach.
He's got DMAC money.
Yeah, I would say me and Sherman Oaks.
I actually love Sherman Oaks. I spent a lot of time there. You know what?
The Great 1-8, baby.
There's a restaurant there, Birch. It's like right down from where you used to work, called the Spotted Pig or something.
Oh, yes. Did
I do it wrong?
Shoot.
It's great.
Not Tipsy.
Tipsy Cow.
Tipsy Cow. Yes.
Tipsy
yeah.
Cow?
I think it's something like that.
I've been a Tipsy.
There's a Tipsy
Bill
Goat
there
in
a couple
Thousand Oaks
times.
that I'm confusing myself with. Let me.
Is Mighty One writes, DMAC, Mookie has been bad the last 3 seasons. They made a mistake giving him that horrible contract. He is one of the reasons there shouldn't be guaranteed contracts. That's directed to you. I'll answer for 5 minutes.
Wow, that's wild. That's insane. Mookie Betts.
Tipsy Cow.
Mookie Betts is one of the big reasons why the Dodgers are in a dynasty right now. Before Mookie showed up, they weren't winning rings. They would not have won the 2020 World Series without Mookie Betts. And in 2024, he was pivotal too. He had a big moment in that Yankees series. So I think the thing about Mookie Betts too, you look at the overall WAR numbers.
Horrible contract.
That's not a horrible contract.
Bad last 3 seasons.
Albert Pujols is a horrible contract.
Our listener. That's what our listener says.
If you want to talk about the length of contracts
care
being an
about?
issue, I get it. And there's deferred money in that contract. But where Mookie Betts is at for his career and just the price of contracts in general, Andrew Friedman would sign Mookie Betts all day, every day to that deal.
To
because
a horrible contract.
that wasn't a horrible contract, though.
I'm just reading the comment.
I'll give you proof. From a value standpoint. With the Dodgers, Mookie Betts has provided 34.1 WAR. 34.1 WAR in 7 years with the Dodgers. And WAR, of course, is a way to describe the value of players. And Major League players, especially all-star players, right now are getting $9 million per WAR. And if you go 9 times 34, that gives you $306 million. Mookie Betts already at 12 years, $365. Guess what? Mookie Betts was a great contract. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame as a Dodger one day. Yes, he struggled offensively last couple of seasons, but the defense has been great.
I like your point. I think it's reasonable, and I appreciate you
It's
bringing
factual. Sorry.
You want to yell at is Mighty One again? He's just trying to listen to the show. Hang on, man.
Give me my Ewok. Give me my Ewok sound to cheer me up. I need a mood boost.
So messed up. Our Carino 5 has a question for you. So I'm going to answer it for 5 minutes.
Okay.
You missed that joke
I
last
know,
time.
I hear it,
You
yeah.
missed that joke. You didn't laugh. Okay. Because it was the callback.
Oh, I know, from yesterday. That was really, I listened to that, and I'm not going to lie, it was embarrassing.
I thought you were going to.
It was really embarrassing.
See, I misrepresented you.
No, you did. I really.
That's all right. I don't
I was like,
care.
yeah, the trade deadline, it's crazy. The players, you never know. You're always on your phone. I really regretted
I was busy
answering
trying to.
that.
Oh, that's my fault. I was busy trying to get on Ryan.
Oh, whoa.
Just kidding, Lori. DMAC. This is from our Carino 5. Have you worked with Reiter before? I thought he was Michael Duarte for a second. LOL.
Definitely not on both those things, but we did do practice shows before we started this for like 2 weeks. We did 8 total, things like that.
But honestly, dude, and Bursch, we clicked the first practice show we did.
Yeah, well, you know what was wild? I was in Miami at my wife's house, and we did a practice demo episode together.
That was a tryout.
That was
a job tryout.
It was, yeah, it was
Dude,
crazy.
Your Wi-Fi was like from the AOL, like where like you have to dial in, like that. You were fuzzy.
Yeah, that Wi-Fi was about as reliable as the Dodgers bullpen last couple days. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Very Spirit Airlines Wi-Fi vibing. We had audio issues too, which was crazy.
I forgot that.
Yeah,
but I'm glad they did a great job. Thank you, Andrew.
I will say the first segment, or first 2, I was like, wow, everything he says, like it triggers something in me that riles me up. So yeah, I'll never forget that for sure.
I'm withholding so many jokes. Robert Wallace 490 mailbag question. Going with the baseball theme, if you had a vote for any baseball players not in the Hall of Fame, who would you put in? Top of my head for me is Mattingly. Thank you. Man, Hall of Fame. I'm going to go. You know what? I have one that's stupid, but I don't care. I loved him growing up. Played the same as Mark Grace.
Mark Grace.
I can get anyone in the Hall of Fame?
No batting gloves? Mark Grace?
I'm getting.
That's a good pick. I like that. I used to love watching.
Buster alone should get him in.
Yeah. Hey, I used to watch a lot of those games on WGN. And just because I was a sicko, watching a lot of baseball, I love Mark Grace. For me, it's an easy call. 100% with a bullet, it's Fernando Valenzuela.
Oh, yes.
Fernando Valenzuela, just the cultural impact that he had. And also, too,
that's a good one.
Still the first guy to win a Rookie of the Year and a Cy Young. He brought an entirely new demographic into Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers... I don't think that Tarek Skubal is a Dodger without Fernando Valenzuela. I don't even think Shohei Ohtani is a Dodger without Fernando Valenzuela, just because the Dodgers and the financial muscle and might that they do have, it's linked all the way to El Toro. So give me Fernando Valenzuela.
You are a roller. I'm so jealous I can't do it. Okay, so Mike D, 1463 at Sports Writer and DMAC. Will you guys talk hockey when it's in season? So here's actually the thing that I want to do, and I don't want to, you go, but I don't know hockey. It's the one sport that I've never covered. I've never been to an NHL game. I went to a bunch of minor league hockey games 20 years ago, and I actually, on the previous thing I was doing, the Substack I was doing before I got this job, I did a poll with all my listeners, and they voted that I should be a Kings fan. And so my decision is to be a Kings fan before I got this job. I want to do a segment where I learn hockey. Do you think we can have guests on? You teach me, and we'll go to games.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I want to be into it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Kings is for me, Wayne Gretzky needs to have a bounce back year this year for the Kings to have success and try to win the Stanley Cup. But absolutely,
are you a hockey guy?
I'm not like a hockey guy, like I'm a baseball, football, basketball guy. But I will say that I will take in a good hockey game. My wife, she's from South Florida. She loves the Panthers, so we have a tradition where whenever the Florida.
I don't know what I did.
I forgot what I did too. But hey, well, I mean, you're wearing your Barca shield. I thought that was
I'm behind you for some reason.
I thought that was a Real Madrid jacket you're wearing. I got a picture of you wearing.
I just had
Swanson.
Swanson just hit the home run on my phone. All right, we're gonna announce the hero of the day. We're gonna update you on what's going on with Skubal, and we're gonna talk a little baseball, a little MLB post-trade deadline analysis. Some more next here on DMAC and Reiter. This show has flown by. Yesterday's show has flown by. On DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group, on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com, or text injury up to 40222. Skubal has given up a home run. It's first and second with 2 outs. Trade him. Is it too late? Can we take the deal back?
Where's
Can we
River
undo
Ryan?
the deal?
Turn that plane around.
I mean, it's all early. I was going to ask you earlier, but I didn't want to put bad sort of karma in the universe. What would have to happen for a lot of Dodgers fans to overreact today? What would have to happen today? And I thought the answer was nothing.
Nothing. I mean,
Nothing.
look, he's developing. Think about how crazy this is. Ben Rortvet's first game, right? This is a new catcher
That's
and a
true.
new pitcher on the same game. But look, if he got rocked, it'd almost be kind of comical. But
2 outs, 2-0,
yeah.
first and second, 1-1.
Yeah, and Burr said he crushed it. So I mean, Dansby Swanson hitting that bomb,
Oh, he did. Dansby took
just
it.
hit a tank.
Deepsby. Looked like he just got out of the inning, assuming. Thank you. Out of the inning, out of the jam. Man, a little nerves make sense, and then the Cubbies are not a bad baseball team. Do you want to do a little Hero of the Day reveal? DMAC and Reiter. Hero of the Day. This is the second day in a row that I've pandered, that I've leaned into the pander
Mr.
move.
Pander here, dude.
Yeah. I can learn.
Little Pander Express.
I can learn from my environment co-host. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My environment. This is the biggest victory I've ever seen.
Wow.
Cam Carr and Lincoln Riley got no votes. Peter Parker, who doesn't exist, got more votes than some real humans. Tarek Skubal, 80%. Hero of the day.
Tarek Skubal. Hey, Dansby Swanson probably voted for him.
What would have to happen, if it's possible, for you, I would never do this, Tarek, for you to nominate Tarek Skubal for the A-hole of the week on Friday?
What would have to happen?
Yeah.
Wow. There would have to be something off the field.
Quit baseball?
Yeah, exactly.
Announce his retirement?
Throw at Shohei or something. Get into a clubhouse fight where Shohei rolls his ankle or hurts his left knee. I don't know.
If you were going to do a sort of one-on-one MMA, UFC battle of every Dodger, I would take Shohei pretty far, dude. He's a big dude.
I'll tell you who all the players usually say is Brusdar Gratterall.
Oh, you've told me that.
The dude is built different. He looks like a linebacker. He's really athletic. Muncie's a guy I think that would want to.
Muncie.
Want to have my back in a bar fight.
He'd be like the number 1 seed.
He would be a top. He would be a top seed guy. Who else though? I mean, Shohei probably would be able to have like some superhero tricks, right? Like he would definitely know some things. But he's such a nice guy, though. I can't see Shohei fighting. I mean, look at the Padres did everything they could to get him to start a fight. He's like, nope, we're not doing that. Not going to let you do that. So, I'll tell you who I'd take.
Talk to me.
I'll tell you who would be a number 1 seed.
Hit me.
Dalton Rushing.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
You think you're worried about the elbow strain?
I think he's like a 5 or 6. There's a bit of a pretty boy thing going on. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Edgy, but I don't know. Is he really going to be is he a fighter?
Oh, yeah. I think that he would be a dude who would like.
You think he'd
like a Brock Lesnar type, just absolutely spear you?
Brock Lesnar. I was at a Vegas thing for a bachelor party once, hanging out with Brock Lesnar. I mean, we were standing next to each other. I'm not sure we were hanging out together.
Okay, who's the 3 you would pick to have your back? I'd go Rushing
on the current, like right today, Dodger.
Yeah.
I think you have to take a position player. You have to take and a pitcher. I think is a rule.
Yeah, I'd take Kike. Kike would like bite someone's ankles and
Ohtani.
He would fight dirty. Give me Kike Hernandez.
Ohtani, Max Muncy.
Ohtani, if he uses his fist, he could hurt his hand.
I'm not saying this is. It's not a. Everybody can get injured if it's an MMA UFC fight.
That's a good point.
Every single person can get hurt in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Maybe Skubal actually.
Skubal looks kind of crazy.
Yeah, he does. Doesn't
he looks like he's pretty unhinged for sure.
How would you?
I probably wouldn't take Kyle Tucker.
You would not take Kyle Tucker. I don't know. The silent ones could be scary.
They could
keep all that rage inside, all that anger.
That's a good point.
I mean, I might take him and then say, "This is the guy who told Doug you're never at your."
Just
locker.
Get him all psyched up.
Ah!
Hey,
what was that?
Hey, I go Max. Okay, my final thing is I go Max Muncy, I go Kike, and then for the last dude,
you gotta take a pitcher.
And you gotta take one pitcher.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'll tell you who I'd take.
Yeah,
Tanner Scott.
Okay, that's a good one.
Tanner Scott's crazy. He even told me he said I'm a psycho, bald MFer.
All time, I'm putting Nolan Ryan high on the list.
But we're going all time.
If I'm just saying, because I just want to bring up Nolan Ryan putting Robin Ventura in a headlock. That's one of my favorite memories of all time.
I'll give my all-time one.
Okay.
Yasiel Puig. Puig was crazy. The Wild Horse.
Yeah.
Him, Madison Bumgarner. I remember actually talking to Yasiel Puig, and he was trying to. He was asking me if I could organize a sanctioned fight between him and Madison Bumgarner in an octagon for Netflix.
No, you weren't.
Dead serious.
No, you did not.
I'm 100%.
When was this?
The interview I did with him at one point.
How long ago?
Not that long ago. In the last couple of years, he was dead serious. He said,
did you reach out? I would pay for that.
That would be great, right? It's like kind of like on a Jake Paul vibe.
Yeah. You could have gotten a cut of that.
Hey, look, do my.
You could have been Doug McKing. You know?
Yeah. Well,
wow.
Hey, man.
Do the hair for a day? You know?
I'd be down with it. I mean, but yeah, those would be two guys who would absolutely. That's pay-per-view level stuff.
I mean, I'm taking Mad Bum.
You taking Mad Bum?
Well, what's his age now? Maybe.
I don't know, man.
I got a lot of rage.
Madison Bumgarner. He's a crazy guy, though.
He is a crazy guy.
He's someone that. But Puig was an absolute G, dude. Like he was crazy.
My Dodgers jersey that I wear sometimes has his former number on the back.
Really?
Yeah.
Madison Bumgarner's a freak. You know he dated someone named Madison Bumgarner before?
That's not real.
That's a real story. In North Carolina. He was from a small town, North Carolina. He dated a girl named Madison Bumgarner.
Her name was Madison Bumgarner.
Her name was Madison Bumgarner.
Did they? I'm being serious. I'm not. Do you think they checked to just make sure that like the family tree wasn't connected?
Probably not.
You know, why not? Small town, same last name.
I think he might have been into it.
If I were whatever hanging out in Germany or somewhere, anywhere. I mean, we're from Germany. There's like my name's Sarah Reiter. Do you want to hang out? But like, let's just do a little research, Sarah.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would be the equivalent would be a girl named Bill Reiter. So people, because it was like.
But I'm just saying, right? No, if her name were Billy Reiter,
go a little Ancestry.com action. Check it out.
Yes, or just ask my mother and my father. Are this person related to us?
To me, it's a red flag if we're ever the same name. I don't care what the chemistry's like. Like I can't.
So if Gene's name were Dougette McCain,
I can't. Can you believe like I hate you, Doug McCain? Like or you get in a fight, something kind of crazy. We can fights.
You've never said you hate yourself to yourself.
Well, I have.
No, actually, I haven't.
Yeah, gotta love yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-love.
Yeah.
We have not. What's the Ewok thing? If we close out weird?
Oh, come on.
You know? This is a bad Ewok. So
I'm gonna hear that in my mind for the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm gonna love it.
We settled on. We settled on Culver City.
You go to Culver City?
Rock a little Culver City. My guy Dave's a good dude. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for listening. Great job by Bursch and Sammy. He is Doug McCain. I'm Bill Reiter. We appreciate you. See you back here tomorrow on DMAC and Reiter.